tele no no. Kaye wo ye. Commenting on Yamakoye Peda on YouTube no Fakye TV also no oba subscribe na boa na bibia de di Peda ma yijama ko sise no nkono ebebo na niama de ye etimiera ma dino ABOU DIABY sharon so zende no megina mu de ama Luther King na ama bomo modern etimi de ama no nsem no ababa be down na niama ko ye pa etimi de ama kama no so echi no abia for beba Ricardo Vaz wa hanom saso na Habib Mohammed wa hanom na the maestro ewa no mo eta ye china dwumade no ye di ewramu kama so no etimi edi ama eno nso echi no na chesene ye executive producer enso eye Ebenas Gilbert enso etechi Julio Caesar Ayu Philip and Afisu Krano over said nema isi kwa seta mwako Mefi Edible Abrantepa ya success omunyina ka edi aboma ye boana dwumade no ewramu so no etimi edi ama said onim no nyabo DMTN FA Cup ye romo the semi-final stage at a big show no ebe koso ewo takwa na munkomo ne munsem no ene said nema isi eti ebe na update awdona ewramu kama edi amanti ere ho quick ye koba ya pre studio ye ko amanone ma wadwen chene ba in a form of text message El Clasico DMTN FA Cup no 020-754-3637 020-754-3637 020-754-3637 ye dey ho quick ye dey ho ape ye bo modern na de akibia ato aso etimi da mamo.
This is sports.
Hello, Ghana this year. So you can say entertainment a trust all jiwani na wo sua de na obi si wo kwai o wadwenkyere ho e wo dwumade yi so no ye dey celebrities e kuni ni aninti a omonim de e betwetwe nkomo afa entertainment industry yi ho afa so ye be ma akonya ama mo bisa yan celebrities no ensem mo pese mo kufa omo ho na omo ne ye asan che omusua ho e wa abrabom e music videos ahoro a etwago en televisions so in social media so no ye betwetwe ho nkomo nye hu ba bia de fuma e dey e besi ye nje legends mo yan legends almost mo meyi abo brapa ye hweso pa ma ye nya omo so fato no ye be do ma se kwa so nko so do na bomode ne hye medjumade so sanse eni dia hye mo ma ye fra me ama oduma odum me ana me de djumade ho chia me so fra be safo hema me da wase dodo Fakye TV Fakye na ye free
Tele fofo. Pole no tele nyonyo. Kaye wo mo ye.
Modern, Edia Jimadiano, Edisio Monasona, the German Bundesliga, no, already Bayern Munich, Bobu Kunaja, or Monsono, Aka 2 matches nako, Etini Edi Apem, and a Premier League, no, so Liverpool for Jedisio Monaswa, Aka 3 matches nako, Etini Edi Apema, Ano Edia Munkomono, Edi Edrom Kama Sono, Etini Ramana Fameko, Coco Romo Lisbon, Honane, Bibia de Dedia, Emano, UEFA Champions League final, no, Ejipenena Etini Akoso, Nina say Arsenal club ne Ramo and the grand finale or money Barcelona and Edeco Aqua Cobaniti Asa now or one more Lisbon and Openo any for kakra etiniera chose bibia aye seta aye redia yeres mano niamabe de yepa etini edi amomono mako Aqua Kujo Monaso Monsono Aqua Kujumana bibia adaye kama so etini edi amomo yenko enkoko Ramo Spain and the El Clasico no El Jepenena etimi atugana Gilbert Fameko Ekoko Ramo Barcelona asa bese 12:03 AM amachino na urwani chemo Barcelona mo store so wa na fans na ko akwa kobodompem store no ebebia no pe no 8:30 AM chemu no 8 awa ni nyina nzem no ame convert etimi de Marseille na Brantia ye friend Travis Scott ono na yenyuntuni kese a Barca contract mo Spotify for wono ye bo modern ye di ni logo ene ne niama na to mu jersey na ni mo bra eno be jom na so no mo ene club a ye from Real Madrid edi abo eni ntia we jersey no eno ame catch us the boy adwama so no endi 5 minutes kra na team no ebo mode kokoto ye se anope no jersey siri bi esen aba na nkofo nim se eba anhwa na chese ko etimi akwa ko delay o mo kakra ti no asata mache na chese Gilbert to man nkofo ahwesa picture no otumu se Barca fans na akwa ko go mo stores wo mo tweze o me baba be bie na anope no mo so etimi enya jesi ni bi no na omo edoso ye papa edu journey esisi ana we video na edaso na eri abrante e friend Travis Scott anra obabe ramu ewo Barcelona bonten so a na chese otwen se bibibia edidedia e classic no ne ebetimi atodwa na aboama hihye no adaye pretimi era na ma mehwe baso mu training ne kakra eno a oro wani chemo Ciutas Esportiva Juan Gampa na enyare keto akra yezi ne guys ni bi mu epushi zebe yo munya hode na omobra emra meja munye adwuma Ariandro Bade na metete se yesi ne club no doctors no ebema na green light ne so be ready so beba na ba na air classico no wetimi aba bebu adwuma na apoa ma bibia akoyie kama pan so etimi area ma mu nkomo no ene sere niema esietie no o join on Fakye TV na wapo mode aba be videos ni bi zanze no na training no mo ye no ya de ana no eden a eboa ma bibia akoyie pa so etimi ere ma club no no na metete se yazi ne pay pa onu jam ere mo friend Hansi Flick no likely say obe maintain ne line up na ode bo etimi ede ti a inte eno ye de abobo etimi ere ba na se na esietie ere obo 4-2-3-1 goalkeeper friend work check seshini era poni mo era feel baba resele niema esietie ne de na ekoso a se na other players no na esietie eno jepene ebomode etimi ebojera Martin ebiti se Inigo Martinez Pau Kubasi Eric Garcia Enfiono obo Frankie de Jong era fe Pedri Ejamu Rafinha ebiti se Dani Olmo era fe Lamine Yamal ni mo no orwani chema brante friend Ferran Torres ejomozo omo ene likely say ne coach no ebesan maintain omo na omo ejama boama bibia akoye kama panso etimi edi amomo yesi Robert Lewandowski ene coach ni din komo bi kache ne zena o resere niema yesi e corner fe tutu no esi etie padia nanka obepe ze niema ne mra jamizan so o cheke the goal king race na Kylian Mbappe e wo 24 ono no 25 njogiri se Mbappe e baba benya go e wo Montwerka e be ha dwen kakra gebe mame Rafinha yesi Rafinha form no ne niema na oye no ayehu tapa na akwa no na ine ohwe eno training ground se de na wasi achichi ni team na nkofo keka kaze wedi e Ronaldinho ne star ni bi na ne Rafinha e dia baba be Roma ode baba ye djuma etimi era ma club ye form Barcelona ezanze no mujiri se mre bi atwam no obonze Ronaldinho wajani team na gususa na ode ade black bi aboniti na no omozo munu se Rafinha sa de na bi na ne no obo modern edi ewram na aboama bibia akoye kama panso etimi edi amomo edi nkomo no ewram etimi ara ma na ma metimfo na abansa fo na si nyambo ochena na chese 215 pepe oro wani chemo Montwerka ombebo mode etimi edi ewram di akako support team no yeso ochena ewo so omo baba be edidi ezanze na UEFA Champions League no omo romo the final na ewo so omo mode na game against Real Madrid no omo timi eti omo kana eboa man tutu ekoye pa etimi edi emo muntie no enkomo kakra FC Barcelona omaso na baba betodwa no pe no medi ewramu kama panso etimi edi ama yenko ramo Real Madrid aso enra omonso ro wani chemo bade bebasa omobo modern gym work kakra na tese training kakra na ewramu boa ama na ma deda ye pa etimi edi ma club no na enya de keto akra ni nanse na Madrid boboko no so no we training na ne Olion Chouameni eno so na nche no Jude Bellingham any other players ni adia na omo eya na chese na no edin papa gebe ma me Real Madrid omo training na nra etimi ewra mo body bebas na man kofo etimi enjoy kakra ezaza enya de keto akra to musa pa na nhyehyere ade a ehyeyi a na eboa ma bibia ekoye kama pa so etimi edimo omo nso no eboa mo ho se nhyehyere be koye etimi edi ama omo na omo eji omo na so etimi abo adwuma eboa ma bibia so ro akoye etimi ara mo na munkomo no ne nsem ne chese yesi Kylian Mbappe on record no so bebo modena wetimi aye record kese pa ni nyina ne debut season no or 1992-1993 ene pemper friend Ivan Zamorano ne record oyeye 36 goals no ne yesi Kylian so bebo modena no so no etimi a level that record no na apoama ne ma de da ye pa etimi ara man izanze ne first season no enkofo hu ne se ne ma anchara nkoye etimi amfa Mbappe na so ni nyina mo no uwe adwuma oye ne de odi ewrama Chelsea ne ani abrea always e bibia ebe dida ye kama so no etimi edi amana no pe no ye bo modena ye de ho nsese no ewura metimi ara mana na no ye de ba eba beto woni se Madrid for no eba be confirm say refia ye friend who say Hernandez any appointing so bra emma mejamuna omma mebo adwuma no emfama game ne betimi akoso no e no mo chance ya ne error so no na omu yi e wo Spain patam omo zenra omo sambo modern ehwe mo etimi ewura ma ne the video assistant refia ye friend you say Luis Monera Montera ye bomode a ono nso no ye baba be yi ne errors a omo jirizo ono nso ye refi bia onyomo aye omi omo kakra emboa mane manko ye kra entimi emfama club no entie no ye nsema urwani chemo Real Madrid aso ya na jezo omo guso ye referee pay for na kan ba yet omo so omo muntie omo jiri se referee ni bi ono omo ba eba be hande omo matches na ya ono omo mboa mantoto ye no enko ye kra entimi emfama na mame Lami Yama ane Yama ne namfofo na pie ne nam Barcelona abonten so na yeso omo ne namwa na omo kokoshia baby girls bi na baby girls ne hwe namfofo na nam no omo hwe na nima na omo za se Lami Yama na ya akwado wom na ba kodi ne phone ma ne ze chaman onje wayi entwa me ne namfofo e picture na yeze ba ko ne de ma no na ba kupie ba yo ba e no se o me hwe wani ma asemi ni mo ba bi na ye France o se me de Ryan na ze unia na komo be na udi wo kokode Ryan dabe na yentie time na komodidie no ejipini etimi ewam
Me parece mucho
What's your name?
Ryan.
And in real
Ryan.
Les gars,
C'est la mignonne.
no, it's
Foto. Now or never.
Ati anu ye koma odo wani echema na chesena no edi ye papa ni na no fa kwada reso a friend Lami Yama na baby girls ne hwe na nim no na omo hu so omo ni no na ya kwada onjina otwa omo foto na ba ko ye ni din o se asemi ni mu ba bi uye superstar no se da bi me uni mi baby a ye friend me Ryan na ye se na unia dia na uye kokode Ryan daben etie no ye nkoma etimi ewura ma ye so ye bomode na ya ton kakra etimi era chotetems na hwe na La Liga fixtures a weekend no ejipene atoga no ye bobo so etimi enfama ne 12 pm no Balantia ebebo Getafe boboko no 2:15 no Celta Vigo enso ebo Sevilla Girona 4:30 ebebo Biaye Real Mallorca 4:30 omo bebo Real Valladolid na Atletico Madrid 7 pm no omo ebo Real Sociedad boboko no chana say netia Leganes 12 o'clock no ebebo Espanyol and after so no 2:15 no and a big game no ejipene na etimi atoga FC Barcelona ebebo Real Madrid boboko na chese no so no ano edi papa and after 4:30 no arete beba bebo Deportivo Alaves and at 7 pm no orwani chema Real Betis so no ebo Osasuna boboko na ni na na matches the Spanish Premier Liga ejipene na etimi atoga mi Ramo England ni nkomo akra na mame akwada na ye friend Jeremy Frimpong medikin aka se Bayern no fear Leverkusen yesi ne or release cross bia or check cross on na hon koma bears around 35 to 40 million euros there odi Ramo beba aba join na yesi Liverpool nearly the race no almost boy no Liverpool no so no or join o diri se na di be join ye papa we video ye daso ya we di emre bia ye to nsa from so monko enkoko jamubo adwan fama de orange na cheze no de Dutch national team no Holland no national team no man no the orange na nei o mo ne Ryan Gravenberch o said na omo ebo modern chiachi omo sese na yesi akwa ne join Liverpool na ne Ryan Gravenberch o giri se e bebo am to no adeda ye pa so 18 year man ra ye confirm ne man so Ramo EPL ni ma the month April no and pinforce player of the month no Alexis McAllister na emu come on na no etim papa Liverpool no a confirm say Standard Chartered player of the month at the Mount Liverpool Airport nako Ediama Alexis McAllister na I want to know kwere no a edin komo kakra say no bomo de nsem no ejai
be that the same month that we won the Premier League, so that means that it's not an easy month to play football because there is a lot of pressure and these kind of things. So really happy that I could show what I can do for the team and won this award.
2 goals for you in that month. We can't forget Fulham because that was an amazing strike in itself, but I imagine the goal against Tottenham just for what it meant during that game. How does that rank in terms of the most special goals that you've scored in your career?
Yeah, it's definitely the most important goal that I scored so far. I'm really happy with it because it means a lot to score in that game, the game that gave us the Premier League. So.
Atiano ye commando do ani chemo Liverpool Alexis McAllister the Bombardier Liverpool player of the month na jezenra Brandt na Bombardier abono double OG EPL player of the month na Osan Bombardier etimi ejiana na so age Liverpool player of the month ebo hamane ma deda ye pa etimi Edman Mikel Arteta akasa ahead of Arsenal omo game omo ne Liverpool de boy no be ke anra me confirm etimi Edman so pin pa no eche zombe Bombardier na Gareth ana no ye etimi de remedy matima ye from mo yeah, Liverpool. Now, come on, say Ubi Adia or Sefata. Say what's Obonabaso.
To reach that level, the amount of they've been the better team, they've been the most consistent, and the coaching staff they've done has been fascinating. It's been really good, and they fully deserve it. And that's the sport. When somebody's better, you have to applaud and accept and try to reach that level. The amount of points that we have generated in the last few seasons, we could have 2 Premier Leagues. So you know how close we are. We are there. We are providing the numbers that win you titles. We have to be a little bit luckier or still do better. Is that nobody has that season better than you. But again, what we did in the Champions League with those numbers, you have a big probability of winning it. That's why a lot of people were thinking that we could go all the way. There are many factors. You need that to go in your way, in that decision, in that clinical moment. The ball goes to the post, out, in. That's the fine margin. So I think what we have tried to do is to amplify the margins. The bigger the margins are, even if those things happen, then it will be very difficult for the opposition.
Atiano ye koma Arsenal mu manager Fred Mikel Arteta emeso hwema week we era fe no twetwe mu no nipa ba kwa na ebobo ba pressure na egunu so no na no e die papi zaze the top 5 leagues and asimpo no ohwe bo aye bo England am top 5 no obi a reso menya trophy Arteta abomodia 5 consecutive years ni niam shara enkoyi enfama na niam enkoyi enfama mo no Arsenal mani abre omuguso hwema niam akoyi pera mamonra according to report Spain Ibano just £51 million and no air release cross aroni Echimo Real Sociedad Dawa Arsenal for Natriga ama Martin Zubimendi Baba Bejoniomo yes a 5 years contract and a boy no agree on Obana Wababi Rama Bujme Timirama Arsenal nonko Omozu Romo Espanyol goalkeeper your friend Juan Garcia per report ni jeze ni ononsene Arsenal din komako inimu akakuma bi no mo ne Espanyol for no eyewie edi omozu omuwie goalkeeper friend Juan Garcia and so ebana wababi jama bujuma amanema koyipa etimiere amaboboko a ye from Arsenal ntini no muguso a omohwe na ntoto na da dimpa etimiere amano nyo nko manyane ntiyese after say yes Martin Zubimendi die no eya wie bibibia na tuto mape ene Victor Jokeris so bujuma etimi Edema Sporting CP no Arsenal for be pushi no mo ahweso no ebe yo second major signing a Jokeris so no ebebana wababi rom na waboama hyehyɛ no akoyie kama pa so etimi edi amom ntu yesere nema esi ekwa ahyehyɛ Mikel Arteta na ni abrea oreso be ye signings awdo na ebeboa na bibia akoyie pa so etimi edi amatina emu nkomo no ye di ewramu kama so etimi edi ama yefi on enkokodi nkomo oboboko form Tottenham Hotspur omo asoye ne UEFA Europa League no mo the grand finale na club on say nyamboa na nema dedadia the new Tottenham Stadium no on the 21st May omobe mount to giant screen na yeze yanka eman confront say we no enkonko yet say UEFA Champions League final na 2019 no ye this screen ni biba eba be see tef no so omo dabi we the omo mount no baby cry na fans na baba be omo so ye adult uroma £10 ene no onso no na jeze o ya akwada £5 na the tiare say omo di enti omo ntimi mount to be e wo pitch no so ene say after 21st May na omo United enter we no 20 feet no omone Brighton no Albion de bebo ni a league game a na che so bebo mount we no so anije ni ade no M1 ma field no and look shape for that game no enti no ye de omo so ere ababa betudwa ano edi a ye di erom kama peri amanra Wolverhampton Wanderers omaso no omo so no HSC nei sudu player of the month April ako erama Jorgen Strand Larsen nanra omo Matthias Cunha and a presented trophy the man a presentation on erom no say nana is yet.
My guy. What? Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Without you, impossible. No. Without you, it's impossible. No. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Finally,
No.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, the guy. Not a bad month, this. Very good. Yeah. 4 goals, 5 wins. Few missed open goals.
Your favorite goal?
Favorite goal?
Yeah.
Ipswich.
Atiamu yemra na chese komado ani kokoche moboko a ye from Wolves omo asua na uze Matthias Cunha Ebomodiani Jorgen Strand Larsen or presenting player of the month award no etimi edi amano Makosova coach Ujamo eboejuma etimi edema Fulham na report ne na namse pimpai ajepene kwa kubejuma da Hilal Bobokuro no a acheche ni nsemo linka ye linking to Saudi Arabia say no cancer na deche
in the near future.
No, you as a manager, you have to be open for everything that the market can give you or your ambition and show that. And for me, the last few seasons is being clear for everybody what is my ambitions are and still the same. I don't have any doubts. I don't close doors or something like that. I'm not saying to you that I will not work out of Europe because it's something that can happen in the future. Right now, as I mentioned to you before, clear I have another year contract with the Fulham Football Club and you have to plan the future of.
Atiamu ye command e pin perfect Marco Silva apomodere atu ya chezampa na ebie bibia musa de mawa ya na sese ni bobereba for now concentrating na wahwe na wabo na Fulham Boboko niama akoyi pere amom Newcastle United zo chena omo game against Chelsea no omo kere acho mo fans ne se wa ukra ticket bia no se urom 10 o'clock am edirom 11 am omo bomo de ache wa de ade be a yeze be ma drink free na no na nkofo de omo na mo nkofo we pa obi aba be ma cho be che ade drink ni abare ye eche nkwa eno ye de Newcastle United so omo de aba betudwa ano edi papa Abraham Bemo enso e bomo de ekokora mo Mikel Obi ne podcast no so era OBB sa ne na unyi no in the EPL player one pa na now checking no chese edin aza say no bomo de edin common de chair no.
To ask each of you, who is your idol growing up?
Me, it was Eden Hazard.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, tell us more.
Yes.
we know about he knows him.
Yeah, I know.
What do you like about him?
It was.
I'll tell you what.
Everything.
He's the laziest trainer ever.
Yeah, I know.
Laziest trainer.
I know.
Never trained.
I know. I found out on some interviews, but
under the light is not the laziest.
when you have the focus on him, you know he was gonna do something.
He doesn't like training. He doesn't like football.
I know. This is crazy, but how good he was, man. Like when I say idol, it's like a football player. Like I really I wanted to be like him. You know, when you see so effortless, when he was playing, and I was just loving watching him play.
Wow.
Atiamu ye command no wani chema brand here friend mbwemo epomode ani Mikel Obi Obi podcast no so na no hwema nche ono Juan Wisa enso wani nyina na epo amane makoyere mamo Joseph Pep Guardiola akasere afa Xabi Alonso ahead of the Manchester City obukema omane sarante de baba boni ansa na beti Alonso komono ori atuja se Holland aba na no ameka cho se why fully fit or as a weekend you obeba na waba jamo aboejuma na Holland abwa amane ma deda ye pretimi aramono na Alonso no say na ne payimpa ye friend Pep Guardiola ebomode kan ho asem o Leverkusen no say na obomode din komo fa no.
Have been unbelievable. I think all the managers that who had the opportunity and the pleasure to have him as a player always will realize that will be a manager. And going to Germany and fight face-to-face against Bayern Munich. That always is so difficult, and last season was unbeaten except the last game against Atalanta in the Europa League final. And the way they play, the way they improve the players. So I think Leverkusen himself has to be so proud of this partnership that they had for just 2-3 years. Well, the impact on Leverkusen has done have been unbelievable. I think all the managers that who had the opportunity and the pleasure to have him as a player always will realize that will be a manager. And going to Germany and
Antiano commando do Anichema Pimpa, your friend Jose Pep Guardiola. Apomodi akentimi da falon so bona baso hwe de okọ ekukura oba no fia Leverkusen ekọ ara no de EPL matches a ene Japan na etimi ewro no say ne tie 2 p.m. no Fulham ebo Everton, straight time ebo Brentford, Southampton ebo Manchester City, Wolverhampton Wanderers ebo Brighton over be on 4:30 no AFC Bournemouth tomo ebo Aston Villa bobuku no nyambo china 11 o'clock in prepare Newcastle United mo ene Chelsea de Bishia, Manchester United 1:15 ebo West Ham United, Nottingham Forest ebo Leicester City, and afi Tottenham Hotspur also ebo Crystal Palace, and a 3:30 no Liverpool so ene Arsenal edi bebo ene bebo ama bibia akoye pede ama yefi oni enko kudi nkomo e France patama na France no ena metete te se perfect Luis Enrique ezi ne no am catch so be receive key players do na wa pomodi ama nkwara na kwa amaba aba be John na so ayejumati ne PSG ne mom pay game no mo be coffee kese no ya na ma careful ezanze de nkwada na eko akwakobo yesi senior players ebebo bi no eye Bakola mo na afi so no ene Lucas Hernandez mo ne other players bi ene bi omeba aba be jama buejuma apo ama ne makoye pera ma gebe to yemu din a onze your young players are dey omobe start etimiera ma boboku a ye form Paris Saint-Germain nanka o de atoso ne ahwe nkwada ne bi na ye hu nkwada ne ombe jamu etimi abuejuma ama ne makoye pera ma mo no am confirm dem as coach no Elzini Ousmane Dembele mo ebiti se Vitinha mo Adisai Doué mo ne other players no obomode etimi arrest yo mo ntuwe ma Zaire Emery ni ono na be captain team no Kangin Lee bebo ye wakwada bi ye friend Mayulu ono be jamo etimi abuejuma Zagi we jamo ye wo Mbaye na fe Gonzalo Ramos we team B number 9 no Gonzalo Ramos so beba na waba be jama abuejuma ena Berardo enso ebetimi jamo na goalkeeper ye friend Safonov omo ina no eye nkwada ne omo kwan na omo jomo na so abuejuma na no wodi chemo PSG omo so ye wabiema the club president ye friend Nasser Al-Hilaifi abomode a confirm zene workers ebuejuma makumbako 600 club no be form oka yezo mbetwa ticket amomo ere oma baba be Ramo Munich na oma say amomo take it free obo game against Bobokoa ye form Inter omo mrama me be support to team no ema omo nje trophy ni fanko enkoko Ramo France empata monane ma ende da yepa emfa mo fami koko Ramo Ili eno aye bo game ba ko a Bobokoa form AC Milan Jomo na so echi Bologna ebom ekamiensa amomo etimi ba ko na that game no ne say dem nkomo no esi etie ne de na ewuram no ena uzenra Jimenez ofa bibia no ano mo boni di na Jimenez no ena no ahwe se do shegu no oba be wuram ne niama na no ye no na no edem pa ba no awusem to dwa ye bo game no 14th minute no ena Brantia ye friend Fikayo Tomori kokonye pra ye se na head injury nei ena o mehwe no mo access no ntopie fimo ema ne Malik Chow baba be ruamu bubu ejuma ne bi etimi de Milan bobo kono no ahead of the Mother's Day event no Milan for ya de fefe ni nyina nze omu players no ebo modern a obi agesi number no share no na ye ne mami din neguachi to we Christian Pulisic o share ne de na o de ne mami din che te se me mami ye friend Susana no na boze ma bomi jesi number 10 na boze Susana no eguachi enti no we ma unzampa energia Felix de no and one pomodern ne mami no ye friend Carla Felix and ani din no na chese rewra musa ebi mu nso de omo maame no omo kiski mo ba eba be rome boa mane makoye pa etimi ede mo a na no edi papa na mame Milan after the game no omo supporters no na de do omo ye ni players no ebo modern applaud omo izanzenra na de na no eden pa say na ebo modern etimi ekomu. Etiano yesimla na uzenra na da massive support no. Eruametimiera momni na nzo mujidi se. Eni omoyo omo kakre bi depending on result everybody betimiera oma qualify no mako akaku jomo na so abujuma amane mako ye pera na metete se prepare friend Sahio consensao. Yesi ni tikika ni anze club na chase didi nkoma. Omujidi se season end a Mauricio say imbrana omamrefa boboko no ne melanfo no etimi embo ejuma na nema ended ye kama paintimi efama no ze Mauricio say die oyobia e ba ni tensi ana o experience here o paisan say ejuma no se de wesi ayere ama teams dodo na melanfo no gidi se beboa amane ma koyere amanra me confirm de man say Francesc Fabregas Sola yesi no wani echema nanka Leverkusen fo ne penano pe metete se yesi air show man so do mo gym o mo gidi se season end na ne o munya Fabregas Sombra e man beboa amane ma akoye pera mananze melanfo no wa kwada bia ye friend Theo Hernandez na ejuma Theo Hernandez e boere mo no e ade ano edempa o ye ex Real Madrid player report e fi Iliba ne chese Madrid o mo left back no Uzalo Zobo bebo free back o mo zo mo consider ze Theo Hernandez e kwan da ho a e bia nkom be peso mo de beba aba be run wabo ejuma etimi e dia mo na itensi no so no metete se no am confirm de one say Antonio Pintus Madrid na jaze o mo physical trainer no Ancelotti Alonso ba or the physical trainer beba e dia ze Pintus no ni tikeka na report ni chese itensi teams out on and o mini abre o mo pen so bra e ma me Germany o mo embo ejuma see here over the weekend matches no so no ebetimi akoso no ra ba ko etimi rama already no ma bombo de unkomo etimi da cho na senete ene komo ebe jomo na so na 1 p.m. mo ne Cagliari Calcio edi abweni 4 p.m. na SS Lazio ebo Juventus na 6:45 Napoli ebo Parma china Udinese Calcio 10:30 am no ebo Monza Hila Verona 1 p.m. ebo Lecce na Torino ne abadeda dia 4 p.m. mo so ebo Inter Napoli and so 6:45 for mo ne Genoa ene di ebo ani na po amane ma koyipa etimi edi amom intitensi ano sa prepare mo komo na setie ne yasu Roma Milana Piazza Duomo omo chese 31st May omo ye hihye yesi Milan center ho bebi omo be mount giant screen na ya makwan ama obi bia ababa be support Inter bobuku no eno ye nkoma aba be tudwa ene yesi ili teams ekoko Roma UEFA Champions League no ene UEFA competition no ope de wanye skapa Inter Milan yeso omanya 136.6 million euros Atalanta edu 67.1 Juventus do 66.4 AC Milan 61.4 Bologna 35.3 SS Lazio so no 24.2 Roma 20.6 na Fiorentina edu 40.1 mame current UEFA coefficient table no na na coefficient no na yo mugina so ebo modde de ntoto ya wodo na ebo mane makoye permanent join here Paris Saint-Germain na hwema na chete we na as of 7th May omo accumulative points no do pa omo eda kanea ebo mane makoye pa etimiere mo 1000 na say 137,917 point Inter etos mieno 136,627 point Arsenal etos miensa 116,999 point and Barcelona etos 9 116,563 point Bayern Munich etos enum omonsoro Ekra 105,866. Dortmund etosunsia and Sony Real Madrid Liverpool watching kono eba no fear Leverkusen eduno and so club Atletico Madrid intino de Roma ano dempa na mame Vincent Company wedin komo kakra etimi de afa ene Thomas Muller ni nanze Muller ebo the final game of Allianz Arena nane enya de keto akra na say in Vincent Company akera fa Thomas Muller
in seiner Ich weiß nicht, ob es mehr emotional ist für Thomas oder für die Fans und die Leute, die immer da waren für ihn in seiner Karriere, in sein Leben. Und das sind großartige Momente und ich habe es auch miterlebt und ich kann mich schon vorstellen, was da alles im Kopf ist. Aber ich kenne Thomas auch. Ich glaube, dass es trotzdem noch erstmal für ihn dieses Zeigen, ich will zeigen, wie gut ich bin und dass das bleibt.
Atiano ye command no wani chema Vincent Company apomodi akera fa Thomas Muller also a great player. O dirize na ene da ombebo modi no ma celebrate ne za season ko e de pema onto aso mbejuma emfa ema ban bobo ko EA Sport Bundesliga Team of the Year. It is here, number 1 goalkeeper, Abrantier friend Ruben Zanta, Onobujma, Edema Mines 05, Jonathan Ta, Ramu, Afonso Davis, Dayo Pamecano, Nico Shortabak, Ejam Edema Dortmund, and a foreign vet by Anofia Leverkusen, Jamal Musiala, Bayern Munich, NFA, Michael Olisi, Ejamo, Edema Bayern Munich, NFA, Hurricane Bayern Munich, Sehu Gurasi, Ebridgema, Etimi Edema, Bobokwa, ye from Dortmund, Higo Iketike, and so Ebridgema, Etimi Edema, Bobokwa, ye from Entranch, Frankfurter, ano Eddie Papa, Fameko Portugal, Kakrana Mirade, Nane Portugal League, you know, na Ampayega, and all the way to Estero Daru, Sonane, Tima, ye from Benfica, Ebo Modern Ahusti, Sporting Club de Portugal. Now, the Etienne, check points in there, that's now. It is Sporting CP was 78 points. Benfica was 78 points. Portugal league near head to head. First leg, you know, Sporting CP share Benfica Kabakwa or more Antime Sporting for no bomb modern Enya 1 point the Omobeko now Omulusua now just a Benfica Beba Betiki League, you know. Say you know Sporting for no bomb modern no more winner. Omo did them that until 5 p.m. prepare another big game, you know. Japan now to Ghana boy Manema Koye Pera Momonra Gianni Infantino the FIFA president ne omo koko kushia di nkomo kakra wa confirm the amazing ne man World Cup no ya pejan from 32 teams ya aba be room of 48 after no and on confirm the amazing the FIFA disciplinary codes no se kakra bra racism on sense no say and the FIFA president ebo mo dey di nkomo che
moves us. Very important changes today as well on the FIFA disciplinary code. Our global stand against racism, which was taken at the last Congress unanimously by all 211 FIFA member associations, moves us into a new level, into a new direction, into new commitments. Today, the FIFA Council has agreed to amend, unanimously agreed to amend the FIFA disciplinary rules by strengthening these rules, by giving more tools and opportunities to FIFA, to the member associations to fight racism. Stronger sanctions, of course, not just fines and matches behind closed doors, but also forfeited matches in case a match has to be abandoned for a racist incident. We have to be very serious about that topic. We have, of course, to deal every single case depending on its own merits, but now we have the legal framework there to be able to act in a...
Antiano commanded the FIFA president Gianni Infantino. Apomodi etimera to out here and commodio say the around the FIFA disciplinary court no say ne kanka zo bitimi eni ni anim sa say akwai osadi o beju kwedudi o say the around no enkan na ye sanctions ebu ebe fine ebu ana akwa say partial cruising o say the around no ya match ni beja abo ya di 3 points no era ma the team involved nti o say ne omo ahemu kena ebo ama ne makoye pa etimi ede emo na gebe famiko ekoko Ramo Saudi Arabia ni nanza Cristiano Ronaldo contract sense no me confirm them as aka bosome ba kope na contract na bada we Ronaldo aye na gwen say on rush ni team na ni nkomo ni nanza opeso omu project no omo ye no say next season no ometimi a compete e wara kamshishi ni nanza o wrestle na emesi ko ne de kwa na say juma na yade a omo mana ye den etimi da ma no yes coach your friend Stefano Pioli kra no gibi say opimpa na juma no ye no on chara ngiri ndi na metetete say Stefano Pioli yes season e ndia announce bobo kuribeja no kwan izanze ne uru club ni ma oni American Laporte omuntem ne ngo ni yina zo wa catch Laporte ze zo report to training na akwani nye serious ji onko no nkwankoko training na dope no wa call na mana baba be ram tiem ze san komo no ya de bobo etimi pa ano e de ahun sese no ewura metimi man tibi mu ka ze Ronaldo ne alnat bobo ko na nwe entimi anye ye ade bia e be convince na e like say ne contract no wan hwa na on extend etimi emfa emano na no Orwani chemo the German Bundesliga 2 na game back course FC Kron ni rumeke de boy ni no yezi ne Kron bobo ko ne ehia 1 point pe no mo secure qualification back to the German Bundesliga 1 na after mo game no say no more than a Germany. Ati amu ye no adanche se game team ye call so omran le nurumek e transfer ama boboko ye from FC Con akwa akobọ mo e ka no mienu mo timu ba kono after the game FC Con for no abomodin adeda omo ye ne ne amomodi ewram no otumu sa no e din ye papa e boama hihye na koyi so ro etimi e de amomo na ne ma adadi pa Jonathan Ta ye se wa sha se ne pan for no edidi din komo omo pese ni ojepene no ba e ba be join omo as a free agent na ne ma e koyi pere ma ban boboko na ti nkomo ni ye ye Jonathan Ta no Alonso a recommend no edna ma club ye from Real Madrid so giri so muchi no we no munya no betimi abana wa ba bo ma ne ma kuyera ma na Barcelona so no ene na mase so omra ma me join omo na ombo ma bibia ede da ye so emfa emma club no tie no e de ababa betudwa na se wo Griasi ne ezi nei teams na amani abre amu pushi se mo pe no Dortmund for ne so ba ne release cross no e 70 million euros no any scar no ba na chese Griasi be ba na wa ba be join no this season no wa mo 32 goals na assist no wa bo mo de 8 aye 9 ne nyina mo no epo na ne ma adaye kama so etimi ara na Juve for na pushi se ne omo we so menya Anthony Sobra emma me join omo ne omo so no entimi enye adwuma na yese Anthony no o wrestle ne ma esitie ne de ekwa ene no edwaba no ho pa enti Manchester United e den anas musika na amko tugu ye no be 80 something million no se ne ma fa e bia mo so mo bete ho kakakra ne nyina za Anthony join Man United akoyi obemma 360 cc e na okoye ba ko na postcos mu ka cheze he ekroma ye ni agro wa ye ni abra ye bobo no ana aba be dandan no ano no e na akoni jadum ye bro ba re betis no ja no nyaso eboa ma ne makoye pa etimi ere ma Anthony timetete ze ne Juve for no enso omo pe no so mra e ma me Johnny omo ne omo entimi embo adwuma na Anthony nkomo no na Anthony akakodi nkomo bi ze ono no 7 months pepepe e na ne ma me kokko wo no se sa mre na ye bo modern awo no ene se nkomo na esitie no doctors no e ka che ne ma me ne se obese ne bana na so obewo awie na ono awu osi nyaminti no omamienu hwe anya omo enti ono oye 7-man born na onyiniye na obobo na wo kira wo fam ne niema wo kom no se ne ogini di amoma ne gini di zan so ono so no abreye papa enti eno ye nkoma Anthony so no eri ababa betudwa na ne wamame the AFCON U20 championship e koso ewo Egypt impatemo no ya bomode at the quarter final stage no na chese edu on a draw no ene se ne niema ebesi akodia the quarter final stage na that's why we enjoy no in South Africa ebebo omaya ye from Congo Nigeria bo Senegal Morocco bebo Sierra Leone mine on Africa Ghana ye ni host nation from Egypt na ebebo in Ghana on the 12th May na cheze nyameboa Jordan die ni no ene ye bo modern the quarter final stage no ye timia ye fi ape automatically ye nya no do na ko akwakuromo na under 20 World Cup no yakwa kobo adwuma na aboa man hihye na ko yi kama pa so no etimi edi amaye no e di aba betudwa ye soro ye di ewura metimi ramantiana yembe homra ye kwere ba pa be yafo na ekrado omo ba na nkoma wodo na ye timi ra to so di amana mom oye maame na ohwemia ejebu obo wanya ba bedu nyambo a ochena Fakye party with mama enya abaso makase donko na mame fo no makwa aso ya pon o pe ya Fakye TV ye wo bantema na chese ne praise be sorry no any di anywhere edi nyambo ochena o ba aboabo we san say ye de anwontofo kukuda mo ba pa obesa enu nso echi no anije na mo peni nyina no ye de be ma mo we no untwia kapede entu ye maame a nyambo ochena after sorry no na chese donko 1 p.m. pepe no ramu e premises ani nyina ye nkambo na Fakye TV party with mama niama ended the pa Fakye TV party with mama oba tampa di asida bi nko emfama asase mineral water omo ekra ya semi di ma forever fi amuzu heba enu echike adu gas na jeze openkezi ano pe mechiao onozu bu edwuma sonko a eboa ma na makwe lovers band omu nyina teacher omu ehwe na hihye no adeda ye kama pan so etimi edi amena bibia enso etimi akoye soro edi amaye ntu so no wo akonya so do peso oba beboa ye bie pon ato na waba aba behwe ama hihye no adeda ye kama pan so era ma ntia na on quick ye ba ya pe abuyafo na ba na de akibia no yetimi edi ato so kama pe dia mamo the bar Juma di Kesi and also store. It also Tima here boy Juma Kama pay to me about to join here. Or joining on Fakye TV on Facebook. My message number now messages in the back kind at me at the Amamana de TNA and the El Clasico, Sena who's a Bisiaco and our face crown. The MTN FA Cup Ghana Premier League, teams in the Mienu Nebo, now for Division 1 teams in the Mienu and Ebo Takwa. And every weekend, the bed, and then a chance here. Wine of the grand finale. Paya Jakarta. Barcelona is winning their Clasico tomorrow. And on day, Barca is winning tomorrow. 5 emojis. Abu Dhabi na 5 emojis. Eramu kama pa. Etimi the Emma Prince Y Drafo. Abu, good morning. More update on Barcelona Fakye Sport all the way. Eramu on Facebook. And I'm making kind message. Mono Hene Cisco Diambo. Good morning, champion Abu. The show is live at Kwao Asakraka. St. Paul SHS. MON-FRI Abu. Greetings to all indigents in Kraso in Brekum West District. Emmanuel Ato Melo. Good morning, Abu Dhabi. Watching you live from Obo Dhaka Stomach Clinic, Choba. Barcelona is training the El Clasico tomorrow. Mensa Dominic. Good morning, Abu. Watch you live from Adamsu, German South. Greetings to all fans of great Chelsea and all football lovers. You already know great Mugabe watching the show live from Brekum Couture number 1. Keep up the good work. Mugabe Diano Ransford Aqua. Good morning. I'm watching live from Bremani CM. Greetings to a CM so creative family, especially Coach Atta Jr. and Coach Atta Senior by John Terry. Nidio Durano Kijo Lawrence. Real Madrid will pay for the damages. I'm a Barcelona fan. Ransford Addy, every big six club will feature in a cup final this season, except Arsenal. And ACR is the toughest league in the world, but Premier League is the most entertaining. More fire. Peter Ngisa, Nadia, good morning. Odi Eramo, Clement Takwisi, good morning. And Afi Adente Steven, more from Real Madrid. Alexander Bry, more update on Real Madrid. And Afi Akable, tomorrow is fire. Barcelona all the way. Isaac Che, more fire. Abu Dhabi, Clement Ekwisi, high and Odeba, Ebabi Ramso. Who will give the UEFA Champions League golden boot? Who will be giving a golden boot since both Rafinha and Sekou Girassi have the same amount of goals? Senema and the Dina Lautaro Martinez and Nyama was in the final and the Omamunu on Mecha Mamuno be called the Bibia. Patricia Yabua Abu, I hope things cool. It's me company from my Infield Hotel company. From Brekum, it is a boko there. Now, by the year, we see Unia, Mirema Mentiasio, Akable watching live from Akema Chance, Basa update, I'm Kwame Blay, Kofi Ajeman Blackman, good morning, watch you live inside Accra, Pick Farm, Enoch Ephraim, Minyao Diano Pablo Escobar, Isaac Inkitia, Frimpon Elvis, Stephanie Ade, Chelsea, the pride of London, Alexander Bright, and Isaac Kwame Frimpon. On Suya the Antima, also the Enema, making kind at me at the amount on Facebook and YouTube, Mouse Edona, the Omodiaba, on a name and WhatsApp line 020-754-3637, 020-754-3637. I'm making care of my special BB Abo there. Say few should be the other day.
Yeah, by it, you can say.
Okay.
There's a dinner meeting.
So I'll pour Real Madrid JC come. Befana.
You ever heard it? Maybe.
You're great.
We are Jack for now. More Machimo from Russia, so and they remember so we can crack a Gusuko any man is a room now. You didn't come. Chairman, quick, you didn't come on. We have stories to me who say we didn't come about this beautiful image a war is screen. So Andra Giuseppe Meazza and I say Samsu. AC Milan Ecobo game against Bologna, we na 3-1. AC away. They considered first, and from a go down, I'm bounce so back. We need game now. I'm a 3 points at the Eco money, but they are not fair. Our game how the Milan team decided to honor our players now for say enyema phobia we are say Bianca AC Milan any players are omugina park no so airborne ball so say nyame admo china Mother's Day Sunday and Mother's Day they have their game to play na ndra Friday until Saturday Sunday ni bia omo ne game ade o betimi aye they are ana awofo a omo di players as say omo bo edema Milan about we are say they will give them invite na omo ba betena park ni so abehwe omo ma ne say and Kwadano Modu Omobasa, see, not only are they proud for Omo family, Nebum, Melana Busi and Kono Sago, Kamo, Mama Septi, Omo say, Woman see your Mantis, I drew that time there, also Anna Omoni now for. General, all the Milan players Omo for etias and so mama etias no de. Ye invite omo nyina omo special invitation. Ye do omo everton park. So omo mra no omo support omo ma no. Na omo make sure so omo be chie omo ma no to victory. Nti ma me for no ebi na wo hwe e wo screen no so. And then at the back of players now omo see akan no omo jersey no na omo awofo di enegu nti on your screen jersey number 90. Ya church okay could this is Tammy Abraham. Ne ma me. The Tammy Abraham jersey and ya tro Omami di edi agu eche kama o se edi gina park no so eye adwuma kama now jersey number 79. Yes, okay. Yes, so in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Enti omami jersey and as ni din enegu Tammy Abraham ni jersey na eche kama o dey ebe ye adwuma endra. Now João Felix jersey number 79 ono so na omami friend say Clara ono so ne dia na say Carla mo ono so egu ni jersey na eche Carla Felix ono so edi ru esi akan kama so you see images of some of the parents and omo man ketwa hodo and omo ba park no so omo nyina and so ebetwa images and other pictures kama edi support to team nti we aye abrantia ni din edi Tijani Randes ono so ene se ne maame de kama Leka Thompson and ono so di gina park no so all year adwuma obehu the lives of Christian Pulisic ono so she ne maame de how long ono kwa de san nya go celebrate kama nti we na o she go no na o de o maame and as ni Jesse na echi akira wosom echi ne maame de said so about a year, Juma Eddie Amateur more winning Champions League. AC Milan. There is a pillar behind him. I'm the success story. So these are things from the time I'm here to be innovative, creative. I try to make sure. So yeah, grown up, and I say yeah, they will do something. Everyone so teacher or come back doctor also a pencat. Much na Ghana ye FA Cup games are Airbus. Nanka be abu kotoko Justice Billy. Nani JCH. Ya cry the crowd and see my days day and Cassa. Na kotoko Justice Blade Jason Echino. Ya tro ne ma bi kama ego baby akwa pokuma me ego the JC Echi by a problem with Kruma they say Jason na eba akope. Ti atro mu di ne go echi ya
omo kaso omo be ya omo betimi aye. But I know say initiative we ni ade no. E ma yitim da because scan omo de be sa omo de be kwa akoye do. Omo de be kwa akoye do.
Aside the do the cost of production kotoko Jason the whole brand they produce meboa. So omo Germany.
Yeah.
League na nkasa kura last year hope for never sponsor and e ka be 1 week am ya start league na Jason me do kruma. And I say my days dey enko print my days dey enko fuji. I be do an ya bobo na wi. Yes, you know, we know a problem.
And now the omu planning and I know that. Yeah, the idea yes, no, we are
in the year and normal plan is our Mother's Day now, baby, to say they are players. The person thinks it's a very nice idea and AC Milan for 90. It's good set upon set on yes, I don't know. Etimi enya game ni we just like okay because team sorry brand and enya approval from FIGs and say obese any players so you need to write to the Football Association first signaling them say say the person for them to approve JC now obese any dinner watch any the said players no real name so AC fire the ball so happy Mother's Day to all mothers are we are any responsible mothers are so di adima enche omo kwaku you move straight now you made in come now this is the run on your screen you can see the run now for the past 4-5 matches I ba every in the year you know EPL for na kasa call official handler every weekend how the Premier League fixtures never no match on the run. Why is it called the run? Because there is a run for clubs to make sure that finish in the top form. Not division and also more so but you say there are 3 teams on there here who are more than SH Town, Southampton, and then team of friends at Leicester City and now we had the court relegation. In terms of relegation, the club will be anywhere you say or what about these 3 teams are mabo mudiam the young best because obian himself or secured and into Manchester and Tottenham fans ning is omo da omo team that because him say omo lose some matches now can relegation omo could be West Ham United one team also cancel and call for kweku now matches are a day weekend we have Fulham and Obo against Everton, SH Town, Airport, Brentford, and Southampton against Club and Manchester City. Now, you need to come back our Premier League. Mention the map. Yeah, anticipate to say you meet now. So over the top 4 race now, and they said the City, there are clubs are now standing a chance of qualifying into the Champions League next season. Now up to 4 the data we Eddie Abre said about a month ago. That club and the added Nottingham Forest, it could have 75% of qualifying into Champions League football next season. But as we speak, I didn't have our chances now move from 75, now drop it drastically. About we do 44.5%. What it means is that teams beat Chelsea, Newcastle United, any Manchester City, not Emrebi Etumani force or Momade Boninti, and my team friends of Nottingham Forest extended the chance of qualifying into European football next season. So and Nottingham Forest I'll drop in their last 3 games. Nottingham Forest has not been the Nottingham Forest. Now yeah, boy, I'm about Zenuno Espirito Santo. Born in home de league. Now untimum believe because these are big boys. Say a league now you drew the final stage. They know how to make sure so pick points, important points when it matters most. Senka and yes, nobody thought say Chelsea able to manage 3 goals past Laba. Your friends said Liverpool, but they know so maybe a season. They need to save themselves, save their faces, and win some important games. And the Chelsea have started all massive points are also epic Eddie Basson. Now Nottingham Forest are dropping Eddie above them. And games now Nottingham Forest have a point to prove to say the 3 games now I can omit my win and let the weekend away from I can last 3 omit my win in every or my share him say on the Premier League we have 30 games to end the season. When I say 30 games, not say 30 matches, name and I say 30 matches for each team. No teams now are can in matches I can make or you can in Abuma I cut 30 matches. Not your season. Now Mohamed Salah and a dark skin is more Salah HC Abakosam as we speak. This is the same 46 goals involvement, 28 goals, 18 assists. Wow. And Mo Salah and your Premier League this season. 3,107 minutes and Abantia, and friend said Mohamed Salah and team and Abakosama Akan and they say Mo Salah ever just 1 goal involvement, either a goal or assist to make sure say when it comes to Premier League, say about season, we near player be involved in more goals ever a single season. In 1993-1994 season, Andrew Kwa Oye said when in 47 goal involvement, and then 94-95, even Alan Shearer the great man, also in 47 goal involvement in the single Premier League season. As we speak, our African brother Mo Salah also Ekuta 46 goals at 3 games. Aka for Liverpool say Omewi season. He need just a goal and also assist. Now we're equal. The moment I say Mo Salah ABOU game, no when you go any assist, it means on the 48, no BT record than our Premier League. So Ababa the first ever player our Premier League in a single season, 48 goals involvement when you to inscribe. So far the last 3 games are Mo Salah ABOU the goal involvement from and I'm for him to say beer. Now Salah earns Manchester, but I think with 1 or 2 there, being it assist and now say go no Mo Salah what it takes to make sure obey my side before say you season now. Another one all Premier League in the history of EPL. Now Yakasa Southampton, they could have just 11 points. Woman league, now 11 points, Premier League because I'm the only club out 11 points area relegation. Now in 2007-2008 season. In a derby country and also AS side. Now I got 3 games. For my friends Southampton say obey my view. And for Southampton obey me up better side and say, oh yes, in terms of almost Southampton because I'm there. Omenya worst ever points but Kobasa Premier League, the worst ever tele club will be an ever Southampton because derby country at the 11. I got 3 games. No, my 3 games. They have a game to play against Man City weekend. I think they have Liverpool and then Arsenal to also play. So when you look at Manchester, so I call my name a problem at the club. Your friends are Southampton, but the point saved them. So when you point and on my cut off, let's say equal the Kuta club the derby country. Another thing. So man, we need any of the games now. Can also man to me are more draw. Now some the 11 and we are team my friends at derby country area. Or more with -67 as we speak. Sorry, -69 as we speak. Club and the other Southampton -57. And the over teams now come airborne. Now when Manchester City say City so and say the last 2 games no crown our one or say 3 and 4 near the say ne omukwaje be 4 and 5 edit club and the Manchester City. Then 2 games now can omuti anye yi omukwaje be 4 bi so so a let's say yes
come who am around wall up pa go one print of follow be premier
better points better points really they were but also the world has never been fair. I keep saying it's a fairness now because I mean no boy from my body and shall say this in fairness never existed. Oh yeah, no why one form there so we'll see how on be fair a weekend we as to say on betimi save no and also on team save on just brushing through with the fixtures no na ma really about another league about be doing come I think say Fulham also in the chase of European football competition, so they will find a way to make sure that we get good results over club. The Everton, Brentford, they switch down. It's switch down. Brentford will go there and get the results. Southampton, and then Manchester City, Omania, Crown, better and now for they will get that results over club and then Southampton. The important game, and then matches. I think is a better bomb of any club and the Aston Villa because Aston Villa and so many graph with the clubs now HAC Ebase. Champions League football, Aston Villa and Sansa, they still have 15.5% chance of also climbing into the top 5 race or secure or qualification. So I think say Bournemouth more than one hour. So of say Arsenal last week, and Bournemouth will try to also make sure say put Aston Villa in their proper position. So I'll get in a possession draw. I will not be so surprised ever. I feel say Aston Villa ever frustrated Bournemouth in the game. In my books, every might end in a draw. Now me had much now. Early kickoff 11. Chelsea call away to Newcastle United. Now these two teams, look at the graph. Newcastle United in 76.4% of moving into the top 5 race, and then Chelsea was 66.0%. Newcastle game fee against Chelsea. The only game I for me in my books. Chelsea matches here match win.
Oh, okay.
Chelsea next 2 games. They have a game I think Manchester United and their last game against Arsenal. They will beat Manchester. Arsenal they might go there and get a point. But this game is the most important game in my books for club by friends at Chelsea. Enzo Maresca and the team Chelsea they need to make sure they will manage to get a point. That was our game win. The last time Enzo Maresca I can't 6 matches. They need 4 wins, any 2 draw. We qualify for Champions League. We need 3 that. I can't win back one. And a draw one back. So when you're back, it means penny projections. And then the mathematics now coach in the Chelsea able to book ticket no more. Our European football area coming. Nottingham Forest the area they go past Leicester City. Why we that Spurs, Crystal Palace, another game after Spurs are booking a ticket. Our European night echo finals on ABOU on meeting area that almost supporters now say Arsenal for need to also bring their faces up. Or 3 more Champions League football. Also, I'm going to be editor Liverpool. I will for that go permanent. But I don't think with Mikel Arteta and any players now, he could turn over to me. I 3 points over team and the Liverpool. Most especially at the point at Liverpool. So it is a game I'm going for a Liverpool win in that game. I'm Premier League. My member and come on. Now this is a big game. Barcelona against Club the Real Madrid. So much we a decider for 2 teams thing now. Barca share 7 points or La Liga. Real Madrid share 1 point. Barcelona last 3 games or the last 3 games now they have the Catalonia derby against Espanyol. Villarreal then the last match Athletic Bilbao. So that game is a very tricky game for Barcelona. Bilbao last match. And so they need to make sure and also watching I won't drop any point. The moment they lose to Real Madrid, 1 point and Madrid able to say Barca drop it last match. No matter how they leave. So Barcelona need to make sure they leave every moment or more to make sure on the first 3 points. So now we have stories and I catch say Abrante we are on that screen is here. He's an American singer. Now, I am my classical now. You have a show watch now. You say Barcelona for any Jason anymore. You had signature come on at the auto. I was Spotify so far 66 million streams. And now Ninyom Ebusua A streaming. And Barca for any Spotify for or any more sponsorship deal. No, a fool or try say or change logos. Our Barca Jason. You quite a match. You do maybe a musician. I won't across Ropan. Barca for do chance to honor you any Spotify. He is the 6th person. Barca for Jason this season. About who Drake more and then conform Bria or my Barber top Barcelona Jason. And this time around, I do travel so on also ever banner or Barber yet. Man, now stories in a catch this. How much 12. Barca support is a quack or salaya or more epic New Jason now. I'm de kwa kobo classic kunya me admot na de na nkofo abusa se adwuma na nkofo we ne ye anabo na ya ko no kwekwansa ne tietia we mu omo adwuma ye se
yeah omo adwuma ye
omo adwuma ye se they receive better pays than us ball no omo pay and omo te ball na and their clubs gives them value for money makotoko emfa ni Jesse emegu kodoko Jesse somton kodoko Jesse somton Eno na na
baby omo number be afra e be.
Eno na na house of Andra. And eba look at eba kan was momo CEO ne ko adwuma ma cost stop no. House e kwa akọbọ kotoko ne house. Woni bibia no moto ticket. Ne ton wodi aso mo commercial center ne ba fi obati enko ha. Sa wo ye team ne ma ne ya akọ a. Wo ye team ne ma ne ya akọ na ma che 12-14 ko fo ba be san la to gisi. But no shops no mo bie na na pa 8:30 ntia so speak but on take time no abosen. Time so say o maybe stores no.
7:14.
Inti aka 1 hour plus.
No, I mean say ho na dia aka be.
No, me ka say o dey time dey cancel. Man ka 1 hour plus but how much 12. Na nkofo akwa salary eti Barcelona.
Ora bi onya no picture no crowd dem. I mean say o ye mbe show. Yes no ade o mu twa wie no within 5 minutes.
No matter man.
Na san no nkofo okugu.
Nkofo nya bre ya football kuma. Na krom ha na ye di agwagro ne dos. So this is Barcelona I know mo ye mo. Now we could say over match. Abasa for say tifu we na me much now we create e Mondrick agoprama so they want to do things to tell omo players they say so imagine na omo dey atoso we supporters of Masa like akoto yes chairman ko fire
enra de ni enra de no ko go ni o ezo mu wie 5 minutes
anko fire for
na jesi na ye we ni ade
e di agro kroma we kuma men come ni Masa for say omo create atmosphere we e dey among players no to tell them say MON-FRI more Champions League, but they are still behind them. They know how important game we. The entire Barcelona fans now after match they say, "Omba boa motivate omo players." They say na Liverpool a dream treble in 1 week. Not treble a dream about beka one. Barcelona they need tell you we didn't carry the trophy in the back. We lose out on Champions League if care is not taken. No more than if you drop it 1 point and 3 points near to Real Madrid. ABOU the dream of winning La Liga and also now be problematic. Now we are there. This season 25 wins for Barcelona, 23 wins for Club at Real Madrid, 4 draws, 6 draws for Real Madrid, 5 losses each and winning in our competition. Barcelona as many as 91 goals as compared to Real Madrid was 69. Omunina conceded 33 each. So it tells us that defensively, Omunina in terms of goals are Omar receiver and also conceding Omunina the so we'll see how in 21st century. So I classic when come Madrid wins the through more than club by friends Barcelona. But in 21st century, El Clasico wins Barcelona 30 and then 28 for Real Madrid. So century you media Barcelona for through as compared to club. Your friends say Real Madrid when we get to El Clasico anymore come you understand say that period the Barca produce great players I would anytime you mushie you know team say Madrid net 12,000. No wonder this time around the last day no my body nyina. Omo winning Eddie after so Kylian Mbappe ni Unia Nike boot or the Beko Kusia can or so we are starting limited. Some now can say go Lewandowski per se born or Bobby. Say be ya Unia Emi Klusi up and sign Hong Kong and Imkonkoji. There are 2 players are attention Ebeko Mosopa because they are in the run chasing for Pichichi in the first season. So Madrid and Timon win La Liga and Imponi no afa Pichichi na individually. Yes, Obenya Sanka Madrid ebe win La Liga there so but individually so no one can say 8 year bibi Edman says or no ni local room and say the trophy cabinet no ko oba Real Madrid national La Liga first season
no papa ni Cristiano Ronaldo ntanya wa
o ka ko si say
omo de say
individual we no meje na club no collective
omo de say Ronaldo de say only le call for us ano mtio omo mo hwe de omo menya mo dan de ba ma club
wa de o ka ni tiri ko ka ko ne dan no musa
This was them time and Maverick Creaty. I want to born at you.
Abrofuni had the man
Papa and Cristiano Ronaldo to be on my promo there.
Probables. Thibaut Courtois, Frank Garcia, Chomeni.
Are you sure when I am fasi? Why now we na
Bellingham, Ceballos, Modric. Another score and Emma say Ceballos, Ebabe say I see Baba Beko ana Madame Vasquez Ababe say the right back position. Hana Omani Vinicius Junior, Ada Guilherme Mbappe because Rodrigo a free injury na bon said anye fully fit in Ancelotti. She say ABOU Obama acquire friends Ada Guilherme the opportunity to start the El Clasico for Real Madrid. So start here. He is the player I will go and watch tomorrow. I want to watch Ada Guilherme with keen interest. Barcelona, Chesney, Garcia, Martinez, Kubasi, Pedri, De Jong, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha also a Kucha and confirm for you also the Ryan. Lamine Yamal, also the Ryan.
I guess no one try.
5 guess.
Our video very alive is you go. Why video? Really, I guess in a hell, no, so no, the man so trip. I am a Korean or say,
fine guess.
Now, I said, did you move your same maid? That is very right.
A man respected is a superstar that before I want to get a picture. Over so on Castle. Chama in the chairman, or the Raya, one day,
to get winners. What's a busy move you? I have frozen, wasn't the Ryan?
Yeah, no, come on.
Yeah, baby gets far.
Of course, there's no match and Hika.
Fine, bitch.
Small boy. You will do by this small boy.
Fine, bitch.
I mean, we're school line. My student.
It's going to be difficult. To be very honest with you, let me. Then I name share Madrid JC. Prediction I'm person me and I'm for because I'm share Madrid JC and the Ababe County. But I don't see Barcelona beating Real Madrid. I don't see Barcelona beating Real Madrid. My spirit tells me Madrid beat Barcelona. La Liga never travel the latter part as the winner.
Madrid beat Barcelona.
That's what I feel.
Okay, whatever.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Say Madrid never said Barcelona. La Liga never travel to the latter games no. Before we see the decider.
But that's the power.
It's going to be over 2.5 game. Yeah, over 2.5 game. But I see Barcelona losing to Madrid. We could 2-1
for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Mate, me that's the power. What would you be? It's all here there. About a confirm for my drink chamber. 02075437. On Facebook, do on Abba. What would you video? You remember back in Canada? Who's there? On a YouTube, so do on Abba. Who's there? A J Francis here. Abu this your JC a player version on now. Nipana. Or they made the number be 2 Jana our friend on our J. Or there. No, me can't just was a man who will be over
this now. Oh,
yeah, I am this. Oh, yeah, the number never to Jai now. I call no friend. Player version type PBR. Why? But we are getting
when you don't hear there.
No,
this year, she me, I mean, my man told could you and my young Ghana could you run any more than to do. Auntie, my young Ghana shares and the guy Jesse.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah. Could you want me a yam and you
see player version?
You know, but now, me never had him. But we just now, I'm being shared.
I'm a number never to you. I was afraid. Now I do.
Maybe I bet my fine. Now I know what me. I say, oh, yeah, manager to say Enzo Maresca. No opportunity about say on your Chelsea, Germany, which of course. Chelsea na ka unyan coach and you can establish the home come each and every single time. But standard no at a point where human more than the teams nina. I always say say mekoso no makase ba bia na ebo football no standard na drop it. Ndu players we managers ahodo o coach nina no e kire won nsema American. So Enzo Maresca can get the opportunity to coach team FN Chelsea. Not because we be a bro so but because Chelsea failed to say he's a manager that affected into their schemes of affairs. And they say, or more far players are said unknown football mo if they are able to give us the results I find one farmer here you bet me at home and which of course is something that the new owners for Chelsea and so decide this on be and now goalkeeper Petkovic call Strasbourg no or a part of the goalkeepers are nominated as the goalkeepers of the season in the league and so Chelsea say or more egusua or more yes Jumano and Enzo Maresca can opportunity to coach Chelsea. It's a Chelsea that fans feel say every competition they are in they need to be doing well. So man you can first 4, you can first 5 at least they should be in there. He's been able to get to the final of the Conference League. He's been able to get to the finals. Against Real Betis. Something that Odia, he will come into the books of Chelsea. Say managers are Chelsea the European trophies are ball and so Europe no or the Matthew the Champions League and Thomas Tuchel so the Champions League maybe Uriah friend Sari and so the Europa League so now they will be waiting. And Rafael Benitez and so the Europa League maybe and so so now they have the Champions League twice, they have the Europa League twice, and now they will be playing the Conference League final. They will be hoping to meet Miyaji. which of course he drew a bit won't come. By one of the most important games in the history of Chelsea when it comes to the new owners. Not the old Chelsea. The old Chelsea are winning match in former Chelsea. But the new owners, this is one of the most important games in the history of Chelsea because they are playing to make sure that they get the tickets to play in the UEFA Champions League. If you win the Conference League, no one to qualify for the UEFA Champions League. It's something the fans won't be happy. If you want to be a big club, and your big club saying maybe a club not Chelsea now. You don't go back there 2 years. So much man qualified this in it will be 3 years without playing the UEFA Champions League. Now Okesia then because in the Champions League, a champions nebo a big team this year kind of the boy UEFA Champions League in Yumna, a stadiums out where friend say a iconic stadiums in the boy UEFA Champions League you know. So if you want to be the big club, a new Chelsea, maybe a China, Fino or more so much might be more. They need to get the results today against Team FN Newcastle. Newcastle team naturally this season say they are a team that almost perform wonders. When they are playing against teams like a no matter JG League, Liverpool, you could see say they have individual players in there. They are doing so well for themselves. You talk of here Shaq, Gomaras, you talk over here Tonalimo. They are fine footballers. This season they've had a wonderful season. More season in year, but for them to have won a trophy in 75 years for the first time, it tells you that this season it will be a successful season regardless whatever happened in the Premier League. So it tells you that and Chelsea need to get their own. So Chelsea want to qualify for the Champions League. This shouldn't be a match. This should be a game they go in and they get the result from Team FN Newcastle. And if you look at Neoma Echoes of the match Chelsea. And maybe I'm not this season. I know Manchester and Queen Vamomo, but they had a win against Fulham, which of course was their first in the year 2025. So it tells you that now they've gotten back to MON-FRI best. And if you look at the game they've been playing, some individual players are back and some performance are eye-catching. And my fans and Enzo Maresca shouldn't go into this game with those mentality, no.
Oh, okay.
That mentality he talks about. Maybe na ye Drogba nebo. See you place Drogba. Yeah, the Fernando Torres neighbor. He shouldn't be going to the game with that mentality. If he goes into the game with that mentality, it is going to be a game at Chelsea and they needed points. And Chelsea and the needed points are there to go a long way to head them. They have games are a social meeting. You say it's a Manchester United and be both Premier League to get anything, but they are playing for pride. Because a game that Manchester United won't like to finish 14th and 15th for and playing against Chelsea, they won't get teams like I said, so they will be playing for pride. Arsenal too, the same thing. So if you get Newcastle United, you need to make sure that you are having a 3 maximum points. And when you get that, you get yourself in a better position to qualify for a UEFA Champions League. Which of course, fans will be happy. When Chelsea get the Champions League qualification, no Conference League needs your as well. They've had a better season than Arsenal.
Yeah.
So they want to have that. And apart from that, they are also making that record say they are the only European club. They have all the trophies at UEFA CMO. So they need to get things done. Get the win against Newcastle today and get into that position. He needs to change the mentality that they were Leicester City and teams are what coach. When you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. Chelsea team need a team that they want results. They want trophies. When you are able to do that, you make sure say Enzo Maresca need to win this game. And I'm hoping say one team he needs to get a draw from this game and then Abrante FN Jackson and everybody involved will get back. Abrante FN Kopama scored against Team FN Liverpool. Something that not Chelsea team need here. Because he's their darling boy, he's their best player for the last 2 seasons. So if you are a team and your darling boy is not performing now, it will be very difficult for you to win games. So I'm happy he's back. Jackson to win and other couple of players they will come in and make sure say Chelsea game and so 18 also. We've seen players in Chelsea set up now. Enzo Maresca, no man with the mentality being low and other things, he's been able to improve them. Caicedo was one person, he had a woeful season in the first season, Enzo Fernandez, many says and he would deserve you about Chelsea, but over season they've been able to level up their performance. Not Chelsea fans then with me. So I think they need to go into this game and make sure they are getting things done the way more Enzo here. Friend Alonso say one name Leverkusen in a year. And then Okwa could Juma said yeah to team my friend Real Madrid. something that a problem the mommy. And we medical so many times Madrid a place I feel say Alonso should be going.
Are they?
Because this is a place that they demand results. They don't care who is in charge. When the result is not what they want, you get the sack. This is a team that almost for manager a Spanish head coach. Spanish national team head coach. Emma Pamunumpo Fiho. Or buy results no manyan or more pamono. So they are not a team that they think about moral rights. They think about footballing decisions. When they are not having the result they desire, they will sack you. And the kind of patience are Bayer Leverkusen, Benyadema Xabi Alonso, no. Real Madrid won't get him for him, regardless he's their former player. They won't give you that form and that sort of patience. But so Leverkusen, you will say that he will come to Real Madrid and probably wait my Jumano. He went to Leverkusen at the time that team at that 17th on 18th club league. And so ever be our far warm, no don't make room into a season that will unbeaten. No about 53 games home and home in terms of Germany, any away in terms of European competitions. Now Otimi no lusu baku in a final against Atlanta. It tells you say he's done so well for himself as a coach and as a player. What throw in a story when it comes to Bayer Leverkusen now. What say Bayer Leverkusen history what truly did in good. He's giving them the best seasons are omo enso team by omo enso team enya. So what Juma what penny deals and he's living on a high note. Even this season that we are saying say one team in the Bundesliga no. Obeto so second. Something now Bayer Leverkusen for no munya. They believe in young getting players near Twan. So he's been able to do it. But of course Bayer Leverkusen after he was able to steady the ship, drew the 2023-2024 season now, he made some crucial signings. He made a branch of friend Alex Grimado of a left back, Granit Xhaka from Arsenal, and then Boniface. These were the three signings he made into the team. That's necessary. Be a team friend Bayer for Leverkusen. He will need same team friend of Real Madrid because if you look at the Real Madrid setup, you could clearly see say left back they need to get someone there. Center back, they need to get someone there. And a defensive midfielder, they need to also get someone there. And you will say they have the men to make sure things are okay for Team FN Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti, in his own wisdom, on Saturday, Sam Fendi, and yes, I'm Cassizi, Kenya bad season for Team FN Real Madrid. Kwaku, Yencheki Adiwi. Teams are who they will be here, a mobile ABA front three. No. They always have a left-footed player in that setup.
Yeah.
And this is your coach now or Adagula or team anymore. Regardless how flamboyant Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, you try to find a way to accommodate a bunch of Adagule. And no accessible Nimbo. He was just yearning for playing time and Unya. Given the opportunities when you're playing time, we've seen what he's been able to do for Team FN Real Madrid. So no here time keke. But the Messi Neymar Suarez, there was a left-footed player in there. Even Real Madrid for BBC, they had a brand tie friend Gary Bale.
Yeah.
No, and even now Real Madrid Barca for front three. They have two left-footed players in there. So if you sit down and take a critical look into front three, a left-footed person is needed in a team to make sure that he's making things for teams now.
Very comfortable with the number 7 position. So
yes.
left footed.
Yes.
But I told Kwani he played in the match. Was he be Kuma with Nakotona Matse? But comfortable.
Yes, a comfortable. And he was yearning for playing time. He was knocking on the doors of Carlo Ancelotti. Give me the time, and I'm going to get the job done for you. Because in recent times, Yahoo Real Madrid team said the 4-4-2 system is not helping Real Madrid. Gilbert Mame Real Madrid ne Arsenal. And if you look at how high up Real Madrid was just there, look at this was a game against Arsenal. Is this Kelly? Is this Kelly or Kelly?
Must be Kelly.
Yes. He had the ball and he received the ball without anybody attacking him. When Vinicius. Nobody was trying to even go for the ball. And he was able to pick a bunch of friends, Kelly, and then they made the transition. He gave the ball to Odegaard, and it was a chance for Team FN Arsenal. Give me the Real Madrid against Barcelona, the first one. This was Mark Casedo. From defense, Wabeji ball. Look at Babia Vinicius Junior. Look at Babia Mbappe Junior. He was able to pick the pass from the second picture. He was able to pick the pass and get a branch of Lewandowski to score this goal against Team FN Real Madrid. So a match say they give nothing in terms of defensive shape to Team FN Real Madrid. So you don't even worry yourself. Sacrifice one of them, either Jude Bellingham, either Rodrigo or whoever, to make sure that other Gula is getting the opportunity. And Oboy, he's giving them everything that they need. But sadly, this year Real Madrid no, it's something that Xabi Alonso here no master the This is in the Bundesliga, 5.2%. As a 5.2 per game. Say Ojibo no high up the field. So when you say picture mamia up the field, say be a team no, say be na team a branch a friend or ye Skelly Jinana unya ball. That place they will come and they will get the ball from there. This is not a picture, but Ebedi home come. So it tells you that it's something that Alonso needs to come and do for Team FN Real Madrid to eradicate that kind of a deficiency of Real Madrid anymore. He needs to sort that issues up. And he is someone who loves to play the three back. But when your coach is always glued to side and say the call a friend this season he's played multiple systems. Mama sa picture where Gilbert. Multiple systems, and every single game now he sees the opponent and decide the kind of system he wants to play. If you look at the 3-4-3 system this season, he's played 27 games. Wow. 3-5-2 8 games, 4-2-3-1 5 games, 4-4-2 3 games, 4-5-1 3 games, 4-4-1-1 2 games.
So clearly shows that Alonso is a modern coaches no yes. Football. Of course. There's a more yet or depending on opponent.
Wow. And even in the game, when he feels I need to make a change,
well, I understand the idea you say, Kase. Time on no job or bono mubisa say players one on your my age who say be good no balance with but we are what the chairman who say Zakwa no ni majuma pa
Jabi Alonso ni majuma because Kwaku never yet din. Imagine Oyenipa. Now you are working under quality managers. When you work under quality managers, no one's here. You learn 1 or 2 things from them. To play under, he played under Benitez, right?
Yeah.
Wabo under Pep Guardiola. Yeah. Wabo under Jose Mourinho. Yeah. Wabo under Carlo Ancelotti. Yeah. Spain coach 90 years in friends and their boss. You played under him. Look at these managers you played under.
Alonso, meba say, Luis Agunis or no more national team. Now Alonso,
he's also playing under damn manager. You can't say that one
Alonso is a papa your coach.
Father was a coach. Oh, okay. So if you look at this kind of systems, a idea about Real Madrid, 3-4-3 no one any favorite position. But when the need be, we change a different system to make sure say team not on the ball, we need the desired results. Which of course we have what team fan of Real Madrid. But in recent times, coaches are much into tactics, much into details, much into say, yeah, book game. We are system based, system we need because who tells someone to do the kind of far Ancelotti one or say he allowed them to play with freedom. Unrestricted, almost say this is the tactics we are playing. This is the system. Get to this level and get to that level. He give them the opportunity to play. But if you look at Rafael Benitez, he is one of those coaches who are system based or by Real Madrid. I'm fan. Julian Lopetegui or your system based or by I'm fan. Manuel Pellegrini, the same thing. I'm fan. Jose Mourinho by when you have the success, I know Pedro said there's a damn many other coaches because he was a system based. You need to make sure say you are allowing the system to take through you as an Jose Mourinho team or not so ideas in China. And in recent times, Real Madrid and current couple of players actually say they want freedom to operate. When you give them systems to follow keenly, they try to get issues with you. And any idea Misudama Abranche and Jabi Alonso. In terms of managing stars, on your coach or managing stars, but it's been a player. Why are in between a coaches or managing stars? Because Carlo Ancelotti will manage stars, Jose Mourinho will manage stars. So you learn 1 or 2 things from them, and you are a coach and as a player in a star-studded side. So you learn things from it. There no many problem. But this is the reason why I feel the tactics and him being a system-based coach, trying to let Real Madrid know at every given time, this is what you need to do. No, is something that I'm a mami surumano. You come to this team, these players, you give them instructions, and every single time they feel say you are restricting them. They want their liberty, and any idea hame. It's a game that I lose in a value this season.
I see. I lose
because I'm the share and you put him in Real Madrid. Yeah. And so over the way I never see Barcelona. I'm looking at the point that they will be able to come back. I did 2 or more against Inter Milano. A bit my setback their mom. And if they are able to overcome it, it's something that this game is a 6-pointer. If Madrid win, I get 3.3 Barcelona assign acting lead in so. So Barcelona should win here. He's giving that 7-point gap. And it's a game that Kenya said they are losing value. And this Clasico is one of the games and not Jose Mourinho Pep Hona. Can you see that this is a game and keep the whole world? But and because of how our game ends. The best result in this game for Real Madrid draw. The best Real Madrid in this game a draw because Ancelotti say playing against this anti-fleet team even the decisions he make our failed Neso Chelsea was so the best Madrid game. But if Barca and Timar recover from Inter Milan game anymore, it will be another problem. And never miss through. And Tesagio so man Timia they may lose their title. If they won't be if they are not able to win the Clasico tomorrow. Now married to me winning at the point in about 1 hour. They may lose the title. But it's a game that I feel say they have everything to. When have one other.
So now for now. Man Joe's always. I don't know. Below what casa.
Oh no, one la porta de casa.
Below what casa. But I feel over the shade we could remember for one show. Almost on best show more. So almost a moment for fra. On best show. On best show more fino. Okay. Remember but soon I best show more fees. Why so? Family 8-1 why? Your time. No time.
I think that.
What your time? Family 8-1.
Oh. I think say every football club here is starting up a project. They will need a top-notch striker with Melidon project with my banking in the goals for them. We saw Alex Ferguson for Manchester United that will make you one statement. Say if you want to win trophies, you make close to about a moment. Say you will find good defenders with my match up football club the amount. So at Manchester United, he had a lot of good defenders, but then attacking line he had Wayne Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo, Beba Tobano almost score in the goals for him to win the Champions League, for him to win the English Premiership back to back. The same thing applies to Chelsea Football Club. When they were winning, when they were competing enough with Manchester United, as now Manchester City within those times and more coming in and investments ever into the football club now. They had solid defenders and as well as they had good midfielders and also the attacking signers, no more clinical enough to score a lot of goals for them. But it has become a movement, say, Arsenal, baby, Arsenal, any baby, Arsenal, it's me are consistent in terms of say, or Marshall glimpses say they can easily compete in most of these recent, competition or put themselves together now. They are lacking one particular pivotal pointer. To me, I believe say Mikel Arteta I aswading in recent form of years over take Arsenal Football Club. The first season with Arsenal be take over from Unai Emery now. We saw Arsenal or 8th in the league log. Uncle Ian Farmer Arsenal. A lot of fans agitated say they should sack Obi to say Mikel Arteta from the football club. But the sporting director at that time had it in mind, say they are having a good project for Arsenal Football Club. And then with the leadership skills of Mikel Arteta, being a former player, being a former captain under Arsene Wenger, we've seen a lot of things from Arsene Wenger. And he believes that Mikel Arteta can easily do justice to that particular project. Now, Otsanso going the second season, Otsanso Domu the 8th in the second season. Now, a Mona, Arsenal need that kind of investment. Makoto Thomas parted in by a lot of football players at that season. In the second season under Mikel Arteta, they invested close to about 120 million euros into the football club by yesterday. Mikel Arteta Domu the 8th on the league log. In the third season, we saw Mikel Arteta having a good identity in terms of tactical system with him the PM. he will either play the 4-4-2 or the 4-3-3 tactical system for us now. So both 4-3-3 tactical system, that's Ankuya. He can easily do it in a 4-5-1 tactical variation. It tells you that Mikel Arteta is stable to one identity, because in the first 2 seasons, out the age on the league log, he was just doing the 4-4-2 tactical system and but then or change you call 4-3-3, a call 4-5-1, sometimes 4-4-2 mid block. It's also one completed that first season, and as the third season, or completed to the point or league with close to about 10 points. Now Manchester City Edinachi second on that particular league log with the last 6 games or 7 games to the end of that season. And ultimately a track call back. Pep Guardiola coming up sign the English Premiership within that moment in time. Now Arsenal attacking forwards and no more leading attacking for Arsenal Football Club, no me a few. Not so much a few, but then no more money intimate more Arsenal. I saw open a stable club or good classical and clinical finishers. So meet my boy the English Premiership. You can't depend on such. Strikers who meet me lead attacking line at Ediama. Gabriel Jesus wasn't that particular player with me lead attacking line at Arsenal at that time. And Edin Ketia being an auxiliary and as being a temporal striker, said Gabriel Jesus a nature. Nobody Edin Ketia boom now, but honestly a young player of the academy side of Arsenal Football Club, into the main football club. Within that under 17, under 20, under 20, although he was scoring a lot of goals. Even England under 17, England under 20, he was one of the top scorers going into the World Cup. But then at Arsenal Team A, he wasn't performing very well. Gabriel Jesus at Manchester City, although he was second to Sergio Aguero, he was not doing very well for the side of Manchester City. And this is Pep Guardiola, releasing a man Mikel Arteta the Arsenal Football Club. If you want to compete and if you want to win the English Premiership, you don't compete and win the English Premiership with low class of strikers in the hands of Gabriel Jesus and as Edin Ketia. The second season, we thought otherwise. Arsenal will go in for Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko extended a contract with the side of RB Leipzig, Bundesliga. But then, as we speak right now, Mikel Arteta they want someone for a good striker for the side of Arsenal Football Club. What for Kai Havertz at number Arsenal? At the time when Kai Havertz, every Chelsea Football Club about Arsenal. Now the best season when you were Arsenal, so when you were Chelsea, no watching 9 goals with just 3 assists per game at Chelsea. So coming to us now, it tells you say not only that kind of striker and as that kind of main and as number 4 snare obetima boma Arsenal achieve the English Premiership. Last season it got to a certain point. Arsenal leaded the league log close to about 4 points or more between Manchester City. But and now so many good strikers obetima banging in the goals at their moment. It got to a point in time. Gabriel Jesus ebe pra at Nanchen, Kai Havertz ebe pra at Nanchen. No obedient to me attacking line and from Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal to me lose that particular English Premiership. This season, Arsenal go without Gabriel Jesus, I go without Kai Havertz, I go without Edin Ketia on Matuan Crystal Palace. Bukayo Saka now try and tested right wing Ghana day in the day out consistently for 4 seasons for Arsenal. He has been able to give them close to about 20 plus goal contribution for Arsenal Football Club. On to play Equatina and Chain. Currently, as you speak, Mikel Merino and I move to the different rest of your dad. As a traditional box-to-box midfielder and sometimes as a deep line playmaker, he is that particular player only the attacking line at the Arsenal Football Club. It tells them Mikel Arteta currently need Arsenal Football. They will need a good finisher. They will need a classical striker. They will need a number 10 and as a number 9 typical roller. He can come in and give that number of goals. And in this particular transfer market, if Arsenal will want to compete in the next season, then they need to get a good striker with my lead attacking line. Just say Mourinho remember Chelsea Football Club. He will need a good striker for him to win the English Premiership. Okoto, that's how Didier Drogba did for Olympic Marseille. Quality striker, or remember, he will score in the goals and score a lot of goals for him. Sir Alex Ferguson better Obi say Eric Cantona about Manchester United, or then the English Premiership. Obekwa Koto Obi to say when win the Everton at number, or then the English Premiership. Papa says as in when Obekwa Koto Thierry Henry as a right winger, but Obayano, or then as a force number 9. Or then they win the English Premiership and they will have that history for us now as the invisible side. The side of Robert Lewandowski, Borussia Dortmund, Akko Bayern Munich, Obe winning the Bundesliga, actually the Champions League, and by the side of Bayern Munich because he is a top-notch striker and a classical striker. Even at Real Madrid Football Club, Madrid will buy Cristiano Ronaldo as a winger, will come to Madrid, will win the La Liga, win the Champions League, but Karim Benzema may take it over from Cristiano Ronaldo, or don't make the La Liga, they'll make the Champions League. It always say this kind of, teams now are competitive enough in the last double seasons, they have good finishers. At any moment in time, they can easily bang in the goals. So you look at Inter Milan. Inter Milan share a lot of goals. They compete in the Coppa Italia. They compete in Scudetto. They compete in the Champions League. They have two clinical strikers, Marcos Thuram and then Obidisa Lautaro Martinez. Almost answer English Korea. Answer Honoma. So no. Or free Echiro Krampoba, he can easily score goals for Inter Milan. So they have that kind of tactical strikers that they can easily go in for you. But say a match against Liverpool, they should get in mind. Liverpool added the English Premiership maybe. All those say is about 2-3 games to the end of the English Premiership. Arsenal will want to go in more or make sure say they can easily score against Liverpool. No matter more. But Liverpool is a particular football club. Almost they will have to compete and compete very well. All those last weekend, lose against Chelsea Football Club. They wouldn't want to lose again against Arsenal because the moment to lose against Arsenal, a very complacent asset in the setup of Liverpool Football Club. Now, so and it's not, and also Liverpool against Arsenal. Liverpool has dominated against Arsenal in most of the recent competition, in most of the recent games of meeting in most of the recent games for the side of Liverpool Football Club. And Arne Slot will want to win and will want to dominate for Arsenal and also for Liverpool Football Club against Arsenal. When you check the tactical system of Arne Slot, or a typical 4-3-3 system, similar like Mikel Arteta's about the 4-3-3 tactical system, you get Arne Slot, all those who win the English Premiership, but then obey using the first 11 side meeting against Arsenal Football Club. So in the defensive structure, you get Ibrahim Konate, bridge them as a left centre back for the side of Liverpool. You get Van Dijk bringing in as a right centre back, the side of Andy Robertson as a left full back, and then Trent Alexander-Arnold playing as a right full back for the side of Liverpool Football Club. In the midfield, Ryan Gravenberch has been the solid midfielder for Liverpool throughout this particular season. The goal contribution for the side of Liverpool this season has been 11 contribution of goals for the side of Liverpool. In terms of ball tackling, he has been number 2nd in the setup of Liverpool Football Club, making close about 83 tackles this season for Liverpool Football Club. In terms of ball recoveries, he has made 90 ball recoveries for the side of Liverpool Football Club this season only in all other competition, including even the side of the English Premiership for the side of Liverpool Football Club. So playing him in the typical deep line act at the base moment of that particular midfield, a toy is a Ryan Gravenberch can easily dominate in that particular midfield. Or beat him up, the side of Liverpool. Then you get Dominic Szoboszlai as a traditional number 8 box-to-box midfielder, supporting Wilson McAllister in that particular midfield. And you should expect say Luis Diaz, and then you get Cody Gakpo, and then Obisa Mohamed Salah lead the attacking line at the other side of Liverpool Football Club. But this season, one of these players who making the difference for the side of Liverpool has been Mo Salah, and I'm taking against Arsenal Football Club, he can easily score that particular goal for the side of Liverpool. Then you talk about the midfield battle between Liverpool midfield and then Arsenal midfield. In the last 3 games for Arsenal, the kind of balls on which may lose over there in the midfield for Arsenal Football Club, it hasn't been well. A typical example is the AFC Bournemouth game, and just recently the PSG game on board in the Champions League. Thomas Partey, the side of Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard, all those they've created a good identity for them in the past 2-3 seasons. As good midfield trio for me at the other side of Arsenal. But in the last 3 games, Arsenal find themselves using these 3 tactical midfielders for them. No, they've not been able to reshape their movement or creativity. Just recently against Real Madrid Football Club in the Champions League. Thomas Partey against PSG Football Club. Olusu easily 2 balls at Arsenal Football Club. It tells you say in the last 2 games which are the side of Arsenal and the midfield battle between Thomas Partey and Ryan Gravenberch will be a solid one, because if Ryan Gravenberch in your ball now, he's not a stable midfielder for Liverpool, but then he rotates sometimes the right midfield, sometimes the left midfield, and sometimes he also joined Dominic Szoboszlai to create magical square double number 10 in attacking front of Liverpool attackers and then you get Martin Odegaard, who will sometimes be a neutralizer, and sometimes he will try to create goal scoring opportunities for Mikel Merino to score a lot of goals at the Arsenal Football Club. But I'm tipping, so Liverpool can easily win that particular game against Arsenal Football Club. Then you go to Manchester City. Guardiola.
Arsenal Medford, my member will so much as a breaking news about Arsenal strike a deal with Suicide that Martins will be made 60 million euros.
Wow. Yeah, I official.
But Arsenal strike a deal.
Things that me and a pastor in army and confirm me as Spain.
Here we go now. The agreement in principle 60 million release for Arsenal air trigger.
I don't confirm the report that is paid by Chelsea or Trigger £51 million.
Here we go now.
That is here we go.
Here we go.
Mancho, any uncle.
But they said because Saudi Arabia.
Yanko, I said Patini Mancho.
I said I can't
Otiana Patiba na because Mancho. Jana Patiba na rema before na asa. And I pretend no more more. Kaya want here uzo akoje 2 goals and a wild here.
It's all started fresh. So the clubs
last time you coffee na unia mama so kwa didi na patena me se masa. Nya butiro na rema before na asa ho. Rema be Kamavinga muze te team na jigua. Obi anya de. Na me che nya butiro na ma so na jai na me yo mate. Ba ba to biti nya mo. And 2 goals no. Ave na ate ana na e ko fa Zubimendi ala. Mazo yanko ye wie na wie ma yanko.
Zubimendi say so ka say be ye wa say o ye de obi ko Arsenal. Na be ye wa. But the DIABY Pep Guardiola this season has been off and on season for the side of Pep Guardiola. But can pain people say season we the kind of ups and downs that Pep Guardiola in his football career, coaching career, and many shows what it may encounter be at Barcelona. And even Bayern Munich, when Timenya that kind of what season we and fan man or Barcelona, and then even to the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. But with the Manchester City, or by closed about 5, 6, 7 seasons, and he has been able to dominate in most of these recent leagues, with him about including the English Premiership, even the Spanish La Liga and the Bundesliga. But this season has not been well for the side of Pep Guardiola, with me Akone Chikakra in terms of the statistics and his numbers, with me pull it up in most of these 3 leagues, with him, especially with this particular season. But he has shown that particular omen said he is actually putting up a good tactical project to make leading Manchester City through this particular season, even to the next 2 seasons. Man City will be a good competitive club. They can easily compete in the next 2-3 years to come. So no every Manchester City and actually any other football club, he will have that peaceful mindset. Obeja to a good leader bar. Manchester City, just like how a Jurgen Klopp, a tour, Emma and a slot, all dominating in the English Premiership or the trophy, at the side of Liverpool Football Club. But if Man City ever against Southampton, it will be a crucial moment for Manchester City Pep Guardiola because he will also want to compete and dominate in that particular next season in the Champions League. Southampton losing a lot of things, relegation. I don't think Pep Guardiola will go into this particular game with an easy moment. Obama Southampton for Ababeshano and also close to about 3 points, 11 points, now close about 14 points for them to retain their particular moment and also redeem history in the English Premiership relegation zone. I'm not sure. Pep Guardiola will want to win this particular game. And in the last 2-3 games that Pep Guardiola brought down Manchester City, they've actually have 90% winning streak percentage for themselves as football club. So we're checking into the midfielder. Midfielder has become a problem for the side of Pep Guardiola because after the main man, he has found a lot of problems when it comes to the midfield. The betting acting up popularize that kind of movement or a lonely midfield role for the side of Manchester City. What try Matthew Kovacic and Timmy what try Matthew Nunes a year kakra, but sometimes it's me a flip honum. Sometimes Kevin De Bruyne as a deep line playmaking act, but sometimes into me and try the end from the side of Manchester City. I'm hoping so Betimabo Matthew Nunes and Kevin De Bruyne as the 2 important double number 6 in the die-hard base of Manchester City or midfield. They can easily propagate most of the balls a bit go into the attacking line for the side of Manchester City. In the attacking front, you get to be Bernardo, who can easily do that particular half space to be Manchester City. In attacking lines, Eden Haaland, Omar Mamouche, the other side of Manchester City, and then he can easily score that goals for the side of Manchester City. In the last 7 games, Man City, he has scored close to about 6 goals for Manchester City. It tells you that January signings, the man in the Manchester Football Club, he has been able to add a quality striker without Eden Haaland playing for Manchester City. Omar Mamouche can come in, step in clean, and score a lot of goals for the side of Manchester City this season for himself. I'm tipping Man City will easily win that game against Southampton. But to the El Clasico, who check the number of games that Real Madrid Football Club against Barcelona this season?
I can't 3 minutes.
They have been able to make sure so much consider a lot of goals for the side of FC Barcelona in the El Clasico. But this current game, Carlo Ancelotti, if only he wants to win, if only he wants to redeem his image, so by the side of Real Madrid Football Club, where or this season trophyless, it will be this particular game, maybe depending on this particular game. So we share 2-1, and that's what 3-1 against the side of FC Barcelona. It can easily redeem his image in the last games against FC Barcelona this season in the El Clasico, which in throughout these particular games. But then in St. Madrid, Barcelona for Huma, they've been able to get a lot of points. They've been able to get a lot of solid points for themselves. In the last 3 seasons, I'm yet to see St. Madrid away either Camp Nou or Montjuic. It's a defeat. I'm not sure. So Madrid going into Montjuic, they can easily have a good point against the side of FC Barcelona. But Barca will also want to compete the domestic double. Copa del Rey and Spanish La Liga, they will want to also compete for themselves this season in the El Clasico against Real Madrid Football Club or Omishia in this particular weekend. Hansi Flick will want to stack in that particular 4-3-3 system. Sometimes Otimi Edano who bought the 3-4-3 tactical system at the side of FC Barcelona, and Carlo Ancelotti will also stack with the 4-4-2 mid-block system, and sometimes with the 4-3-3 tactical system for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. But in the last 3 games for Madrid, so Obi Banaso or a lot of game-changing movement the Real Madrid Football Club. It has been Ada Gole who has come in to make a lot of tactical changes, who had come in to make a lot of tactical movement in attacking front at the other side of Real Madrid Football Club. Over the last weekend, that wonderful strike no Shedema Real Madrid Football Club. It depicts that argument between Davide Ancelotti and Carlo Ancelotti, was the dressing room and even training grounds. It depicted the man Ada Gole said, giving him most of that particular moment in time, he can easily score a lot of goals for the side of Ada Gole and for the side of Real Madrid Football Club in that particular team. In this particular El Clasico, I'm predicting Barca will score. It will be over 2.5, but Barca will win.
I do want to make that a power. Now, all the other men can message in the Kakani and Bruffy. Now, you need come about. Meaning, one minute to be on Portugal, first channel, the Iron. But a very, very interesting power. Or where, give it. Fato so mama na me hwe na enye we a. As it Portugal we used to it say Ghana League, As the first match, Lisbon share Benfica 1-0. See na babe. And your boy still do lose 5 p.m. Benfica Arena abeda top. Sporting Lisbon draft so that bibi or Rene dia watitini. Abi that game we better than quick. Na me can message ni Mbrafi.
Oh, Sporting Buffy na why na Buffy? Benfica na Buffy. Jokers need to leave a mark. MFA for Sporting.
So Benfica have a shot.
I see Benfica beating them. But Jokers must get a goal. But MFA for Sporting. Benfica for sure.
Match we who pa.
But Benfica for L4, irrespective say. Ruben Amorim Jackson this season they've kept that identity. The coach will be replacing Ruben Amorim. Sporting Lisbon. Almost sacking after 3-5 matches. I went to me Uncle Ian from Sporting Lisbon. Benfica for a thrive in the league. No more that first, but then Sporting Lisbon after some sacking manager now has been able to overcome the side of Benfica and DIABY. In the last 5 matches at Sporting Lisbon, they've had 5 wins. Benfica in the last 5 matches, 4 wins and a draw. But against Benfica, Benfica team are dominating most of the recent matches against Sporting Lisbon. But this is a crucial encounter between Sporting Lisbon and Benfica. Victor Gyökeres has been the goal machine.
So Sporting CB
on any day. So when you have 2 goals, Sporting Lisbon can easily win.
Kwa go match into the match, be a 2-1 win for team my friend Sporting. 2-1 win for Sporting.
Sporting not Fakye Benfica. Stadium of Light has said. I heard Di Maria.
Check the head-to-head between them. Or check the last 5 matches of millions where team about. The latest one was 2024 Sporting and 2024 now that means the 2-leg no. So they don't have good record against them in recent times. That's why I'm going for Sporting because show the 2-1 win for them.
Mate, Merasi, my main king kind winning on YouTube. Peter Money, Barcelona all the way. Brian Adams, if Barcelona is not winning, it will be a drawn game. And I said Nathan, check your fact. Now Chelsea won't play Arsenal, but Forest. Mate, as a pass, why is a question? Am I? White Angel, Chelsea will win against Newcastle United is still be in the top 4, qualify for the Champions League. The Odea Ben or being Victor. MON-FRI, I feel happy whenever you are presenting foreign news here. That's it. No, the other Samuel Abu, good morning. Ajay Francis Batron all the way. Ajay Francis once again. Abu, this is your JC, the Achuni about player version. No, I don't know. The woman say, I was shy. Or the call weather, you know, ball. Or the bad yes, she shane ball. It's different from Bakona ya attachation. No, the way player version. Timo mu here be no friend number we are Ghana, but Bia will be no the Bibema. And we know so never no form. Now quality need there was so far. 056 085 5445 056 085 5445 056 085 5445. Timo amore no pre quality JC power player version. Now what fresh number we now pages you cry after number who be here. Why? Living legend, good morning. Fakye Sport. The Obobo the other buy. And I've got Facebook akra. Yabana the MTN FA Cup no. Yabi di hon komo ni adia. Na men kona Facebook so no. Men kenkan kakra sana maba. Na yen WhatsApp no mabi kakra etimi edi fio. Good morning. This is Ken Sack. Watch you live from Obogu. Keep doing the fantastic job. You're the area no Starboy watching live from Akim Abuabo. Greetings to all Chelsea fans and a happy Mother's Day in advance to all responsible women. The Odebuamo and no Abbas all the way Mindy Sussex, Richard Impon, Richard Boateng. Good morning. You people are doing a great job this morning. Here are some of the other Nana Kofi Justice. The first time watching the show and I'm happy. Abu Barca can score us 200. We don't care. All we want has already happened. Thank you, Inter. Bobby Smith and Odi Diaby Ebabe Ramuni Adia. And Fizibu Thomas. Good morning, Abu. I'm Thomas, watch you live from Boko. Keep up the good work. Ryan Rankin Mariola. Yes, tomorrow is the day for any life to celebrate our mothers and who gave us the bed to live with our dream. Protect from that day, those days, without any mind, destiny and strong today. Hey, right ranking. Me sure where you need any there. I'm coming. Why? Stephanie Adai. How many points did Chelsea have to get to qualify to the Champions League next season? Is it just the points saying? Points then Abi Bamuyan or Media Coleman. Remember now, I'm going to be young. Right ranking. Or says, you are to why? We Manchester United will score Chelsea to score us. You're the Eramu Enono. Now, Mamini Wesu, if you're born rich, DC. I'm watching your bed. Happy birthday, bro. Wishing you a day filled with joy, laughter, and a year ahead filled with a happy birthday, brother. I don't know, ni pakra or did that birthday message. But I will be ending the birthday no. As Candy the boss man, Lami Yamakoku did that. Watch you live from the West in Crankwanta. Patrick Kofi Edem. Barcelona win by 3-1. Emil Smith. Abu, please tell Habib that Yatia Bresa. Although Kai last 2 weeks, but Barcelona will win against Real Madrid. Narakweku Barcelona will demolish Madrid on tomorrow. And greetings to Kuko construction worker. I wish my mom, Ifia Salome, happy Mother's Day. And know ye the osmosis. Nedi also the timi erifi kokobeneba ebabe ramu hakama kama pa duzo de no obetimi amana barama hwena makenkan etimi edi amamenko non me WhatsApp no good morning Abu you sports good morning Abu and you sports crew I'm saying Enoch watch you live from Dodo Tamale in the Oti region of Ghana. You guys are doing a great job making my day this morning. More update on Barcelona tomorrow. We will dismantle Real Madrid Fakye Sport. And I will say hi, good morning, Abu. My name is Tabri Williams. Watch you live from Brekum. Keep up the good work. And know yet your day, the bomb of the Etimi Eddie Eramu Kama Pa. I'm sure they're wow frame. Minti Menfa, my men can come message, I'm coming. Good morning, Fakye TV. Please, say, hey, God, watch you live from Graveyard, Western Region. Abu, I have a strong belief that tomorrow Madrid will beat Barca. They are also a bomb of a Timmy Eddie Eramu, and we Sonome Hena, mean King Can, we Enfefio. Good morning, Abu Dhabi, and you sports screen. In fact, nowadays, Real Madrid have make a Clasico boy, and they are no crepa. I have bought too much. I wonder. The goals they will concede on Sunday. And also Etimediramu Yakini from Nkoko, or no so from Arsenal. Ebabe Ram Ewanam. Hi, boss. Good morning. Please, we need more about Arsenal. My name is Agege God from Bekum West. MZ Dudone, dear Remedy Ama. Good morning. I'm Mugabe from Drobo, German side. I'm watching you live. Keep it up. Yeah, that's Mugabe unso dia. Good morning, Abu and you team. You guys are doing a fantastic work. Keep it up. I'm Agboli Peter. Watch you live from Sunyana BC. Madrid is raining tomorrow. The also Hetimi Eddie Eramono. Good morning. Madrid is raining the Air Clasico on Sunday. More update on Real Madrid. Greetings to my lovely fiancée, Emanuela Afram. And the also Eddie Ramo. Real Madrid is going to win the match tomorrow. I'm Kwame Ziggy from Manso Udumase and also Eddie Real Madrid will win this last Air Clasico match to turn the treble into Fobro. Hey, but for no. From Aban inside Sampa and Obomode Eddie Ramo. Good morning, Abu. I'm Ernest AK Rambo. Watch you live from Boadua. Happy Mother's Day to my favorite mom, Grace Afisa, and my wife, Priscilla Jan. And good morning, Abu. You guys are doing a fantastic work today. Real Madrid is winning the Air Clasico. I'm watching Redford from Techima and also Eddie Eramo. Please, Maradona from Kentinche. Barcelona win by 3 goals to 1. Abu Diaby and all the 5 emojis in Ramo. Halam Nanayao from Dumpuase Aprabo. Real Madrid will score Barcelona by 3 goals to 1. Looking at Barcelona heat, I think Madrid is going to lose this game. And I swear, my backbone, Real Madrid can't beat Barcelona. Vesca Barcelona, Kofi, Kechi, inside Nasana, Bono region, Time District, and also Eddie Eramo. Good morning, I'm Agri, Mensa from Kumase, Asuyeboa. Madrid will beat Barcelona, but still, Barcelona will win the league. Barcelona 5, Real Madrid 2. Correct score. Obinso Diabanono. And I wish good morning. Tomorrow, Barca will win by 4 goals to 1 against Real Madrid. I wish girls happy birthday to my incredible friend, Ajua Gifty, Ishmael, inside Sekwa, Tano Krum, no, so no. If you had Babi Ramo. I think, can you discuss Casemiro, N'Golo Conte, Sergio Butke for me? Because I hope they are underrated. Casemiro in the DM position. Justice. Nedio also Edifita di Kujukrum. Edebabe Ramrezu Ebeba. Mbappe will score 3 goals tomorrow. My name is Rahman. My name is Abdul Rahman. And it's true. The last classic we will go for Real Madrid win over 2.5. The Odeba Ebabe Rano message in the dos. My man I'm on bra. Meba Pena Mababe Idi Akarefion. And the MTN FA Cup. Kotoko Chelsea Golden Kicks. And after I try the visa, why not you so called him 020754 3637? Yeah, there we buy a pay. Yeah, TS enough is not to us, mama. Sinafie yen nkomo kakra baranwa orowani HM Accra ye bomodin e ma press briefing bi timi call so na no na se na US embassy ene pimpa ye friend Elliot Fetik ababedi nkomo ozo ogire ze Ghana e be qualify for 2026 FIFA World Cup no na ozi ni ba na ye ba no o ba for the right channel na fire applications outdoor na need for document papa ko ye wa ubia o mani bra no okokoyo onso okoye komisi komsa bia wan hwe ya na ma visa kra mo ama me ra me hebo ni bi na sei na pempa na di hunkomache.
That's why today is so important. We want to make sure that the Ghanaians understand the proper way to apply for visas and what is expected of them when and if they do receive a visa. We are committed to educating Ghanaians about the proper procedures so they can avoid any problems or complications. If you try to enter the United States illegally, if you lie to get a visa, if you work without legal permission, or you overstay beyond the time that is allotted to you to stay in the United States while you have a visa, there will be serious penalties. The Department of State carefully reviews the information that we may indicate visa ineligibilities, including arrests, criminal convictions, and overstays. We use all available tools to ensure the national security of the United States and enforce compliance with our laws. We do look forward to continuing to welcome the world as we prepare to co-host the Men's World Cup Soccer tournament in 2026. And I am very much hopeful that Ghana will qualify. And we're also looking forward to hosting the Summer Olympics in 2028. Again, America is very proud to host these two events, and we look forward to welcoming visitors to our shores who follow our rules.
The lawyer Kowade Pipano, Abomodieja, Elliot Fetik, Natiri Okana, as you know, stay in your man, number here, Mechichinko for Europa, and we never take a crabayo. Kovala would delay Adelaide. Chavai, we have to take a crabayo, Kuba. Why is it all a Yobupeo? You'll be able to call Bobby, or more dear cry waves or one of them more. I will call one man and I'm the more. Yeah, quite about one family. Oh, you're fine, sir. What are they? Any already came out the National Paralympic Committee of Ghana President, paying perfect Samson D. Any advice beyond the National Sports Authority, paying perfect help of Wagra. Now, come on with Dino, see now what one day chichim, and in some market at paying power.
People will come to you and try to define others who are with the other political parties. Don't allow them. You are here, I know, to serve the interests of the people of Ghana, to develop the sports, and to make sure that the president see you as the figure who changed the sports. The people who walk in here, as they did to me, will come and do the same to others they feel are aligned with the previous government or political party. And that will stop you from identifying the best within the sector. I'm talking from experience. And I feel that you are a brother, you have been a good brother, that I need to work with you. And definitely in my team, you will find MPP people that I trust so much and I work with them. Because in sports, we don't do politics, as you are aware. We always preach outside. We do not do politics in sports, but we are politicians. We do politics outside the sports. And for that matter, I think that is the major advice I can give you, because I have gone through the same experience where they know that it's Samson who has to be taxed to do this job. But because of people do not trust that I can keep information that belongs to the industry and feel that I will sell them out, they will speak against you to the officer who has the power to append the signature and said you are included in this committee. But when they start,
your advice I know they are paying perfect help of one car and it's a boss. Now that we need the yarn then I buy the aba now our point to zebra na bra be ejuma mano na e den ankofo na ne omu ye ejuma no anya hwe no obi composition for no ho enti ebi kro ka sempa che watimi azemasa akwame abro for no kra you can't tell me what to do oh uni we nyina na wan fa ma wa ban one farm more by 9 years, I mean, I never checked them. Be so green say, I drink all day ban or be the other bomb from no 2 or 4 who say, I also heard no who the other neighbor, Manama Quayamo, NASCO coach of the month, player of the month, and a goalkeeper of the month, and they Nas Mama winning near Henny Bokoy and that is a coach of the month, April 2025. And a year war Christopher Enning, 6 matches, 4 wins, 1 draw, and Onya 1 lose, goals or share near 12, and an idiot concede and a 4. And a Kasi Mingle, 5 matches or in a 4, 1 draw, you lose back, share good 5, and a share 1, 8 Meditiano. So, coach of the month, no nomination, player of the month, no senator, Yawa Abdul Razak Salifu, and he Ojama the Madrid FC, 6 matches, 2 goals, MVP no 2, or 511 minutes, and I feel Emmanuel Mama, and so about 6 matches, about more than 6 goals, MVP 1, and minute 428, and Jawo Nana Kwame upon so about 5 matches, goals, 3, MVP 1, minute 398, and Kamal Dean Mahmoudou, and so about 5 matches, 3 goals, MVP 1, minute 335. Now, do we know? The yes, Shemi Pan and say, Nasman and Quichi Namen players and a deal. I do we the defender Boma Unyada. Nina Yano. Ye defender Boma Unyada. Strikers need your goals, no more the Abu defenders. Or Kamal Dean and Staris is here a defender. Kenya Bad Bunya. I like to say, Emmanuel Mama Nebinya. So you know, the defenders and you're fine.
Oh, defender, no above 5 matches, I said. 3 goals, 1 MVP. Now, first striker about 6 matches, 6 goals. I was on Kawon, my defender. The core duty is to defend. So you're checking the defensive rate. They say, Obuani team defensively, Moye then. You share no.
They had defenders and awards.
Awards normally buy now.
Omadi
or matches or more a goose.
Yes.
A goose, you bring a defender and talk about goose.
Ali Suberhe or also the status is defended by.
Yes. We talk about goose. Immediately also about 5 matches, 3 goals no pay. That means a goose near yastic the ma award. No, definitely in a mama beji. Banke Bain and Kai one why clean sheet say blocks in
a goalkeeper no goalkeepers no. The month April, saying it here, your Emmanuel Kobe. Now, Kobe, 6 matches, 3 clean sheet, conceded 4 goals, and near bomb more dear 4, 1 draw, you lose 2. And I want Daniel Afo, 5 matches, keep 2 clean sheet 2, conceded 6, and a bomb more dear 3, 1 draw, you lose 2. Here were a Rabin, Ottoman, Alonso Ocheke, Nediano, Ne Sereneme City, 5 matches, clean sheet 4. Concede 1, MNA 4, 1 Roby, and Olusu 1, on all nations. And so, Yawo Shaibu Rafik, Isa, Ejamedema Samates. And also 6 matches, clean sheet 4, concede 4, MNA 4, a draw 1, Olusu 1. So, I know that, and as we would do more than pa. We would do more than pa. Young other stories about the MTN FA Cup. The semi-final stage near do Nema cancer takwa be de. So Gordon kicks here about trying the visa Asante Kotoko, Bobre Kum Chelsea. Coach Abdul Karim Zito, Akasa Fana say, now we didn't come there for game now.
We are prepared immediately after House of Folk we went into preparation for the FA. So as you can see, we are even playing try matches today to make sure that all our tactical and all the dynamics in the game will be checked and then see how far we are going with our progress. I don't like changes because with consistency we can go places. So that's why I'm worried about. When you look at the team now, the injury situation is too big for me to handle, but we are going to do our best.
Coach, we wish you very well for the weekend and a safe travel.
And you know, your command is Saki Abomodieria Tuja. Now, hey, Coach Abdul Karim Zito, no. And I was not checking in same near there. Ghana was on 20, no. The mayor for news made by said a quarter final. Said he see per World Cup or Marco Dre with Egypt today. Hey, who's nation? But still, I be with a bro for the day. We believe in why?
In Desmond Affair we believe.
Okay. Okay.
In Desmond Affair we trust.
Okay. It's quite we are so now the Ghana be corner amane ama koye nim na you is there baba sha na newspaper airlines wa what the last week akura last opodi ya no we you be shock you be fair oh na out of folk fans no na omozi no mo ambi no hey it has we go take akra as I say we dey hey out of folk I dey chat this area over kotoko there that baby take akra na me here he said that supporters na pala ni ade na ekoso
Nasi kani team numu, but now has attractive. Now has attractive. Has mu yedu. Sesi ane under your leadership as an MD. Under your leadership, uni mi say has mu ye tra. Mu ye hati se tiro. Has mu ye hati se tiro. Ya tianu mu ni ebo home donations. Ya leadership is bo e tuba. Who MD we who catch public they say uni the reason why tie kobo bo no. Ya kobo bo no tuba. Oso fast one say as an MD, also for so any sign. So what I say, also your MD, justice is a boys and I'm training now. I say, talk back and I'm good and must say, talk back and I'm good and must say, talk back and I'm good and must say, what this talk back
the other folk supporters non komuku EMD appeal on office no among the name of you cause club remember mane man ko ye create me emfa momo di no ensema ye we ni ade a meba na me guys na etimi ato about junior message we dem nkan o junior say Enzo Mares kai debe coach ever or who know football history or you are as if Madrid win this classical game then the world is coming to an end na is we as a banner junior nyabutro na bibi na ABB o Arsenal will come back stronger and I see Barcelona whitewashing Real Madrid tomorrow. Please add me to your WhatsApp group. Daniel Texan, Cape Coast Odifi, Bababira. I like your analysis this morning, but remember, Real Madrid will win. They are also Edebe. Good morning, Fakye Sport. Please, what time do you start your sport during the work days and the weekend? But working days in Anopano, about 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now, main show, they are transit 3 p.m. They are upon 5:30 p.m. But weekends in near transit 6 o'clock a.m. near upon 9 a.m. Good morning. You guys are doing a good analysis on sport. And I think you guys organize a football match between the Kusasi and the Mampusi. It will go a long way. Oh, Chama, a good idea. Why? Yama Mr. Saki ladies how we know. Na general manager doing Real Madrid will score Barcelona 3-1 because they have mental problem. What you like for Kenya? Lawazi Barcelona players, them they still quit and Niamanti. So if Chelsea win the Conference League, we are better than Arsenal. Or any day, someone your trophy, man called trophies. Good morning, Abu Dhabi. I'm watching you live from Africa. So wish my mom happy Mother's Day for me, Monica. Abena Batman, happy Mother's Day in advance. Eramo Fama. And I'm Ibrahim Fatal from Boko Hala, Madrid. They are also Eddie Eramo no. Message in the door, but Eddie Bekwa Memo Bia Quina. While we share them, happy Mother's Day in advance. We all channel and you see program about 1 p.m. If you mama near there, but I was a more wish of your boys in crime, who's a much ammo. More better now, guess and Kwana.
And one was having a voice note. My voice note, yes, or share video, Jumana in the heat of the moment. No, so uniane ball, not just wakuma mrafo, abajwa. We move you, it's what I'm here. Also, bomb is there.
You give it to Nas. Yeah, you winner, and a baby takra, Nama betra. My mamma quite Nama Baby with Shimomami, but it Nas Mr. Fakye. Why, Neshi Fakye. But every near I'd give it. Those here, Baby, we are. Everybody are Diana. Oh, there they have it. I mean, Yako.
US ambassador, what's everyone saying?
Elliot.
Good morning, how are you?
Elliot Fetek.
So Mr. Elliot, how are you?
That's budget.
Last year I saw Sinipa 61,000 applying for Movisa. Now I'm at 21,000. 40,000 I can MON-FRI. America made $11 million from Ghana just visa applications. Yes, $11 million. So why am I even 50?
As soon as you do, I say Debia me kase. Abibo asi bi out na no kre. Ye babi bi pie.
Geography.
E no na ha yo. Why must you no ko ho na bi kita foreign passport no mo kwa. Geography kan go money ma baro check your mo kita odie no de na masa. O ye hu ani me ya ko pa ma.
Omo bo share your booty whoever when you that experience of American embassy, you understand the conversation very well. But what come you prepare genuine documents. You come and watch Ghana play to the final match. After that, you come back to Ghana. You are say go for it. Tofia kwa mutu ya kai we are out we are
no crown na ujina mani jana wa yikre kase ombinya nka Ghana match na mount we na mutebus
you better apply for right in somewhere
mount we na mutu why Ghana
oko tournament to say wo baby I friend the four corner na the fan zone a critique fan zone even after crown no my you e wo hone adinti ya bana stadium na kasa yin sakra na any right elite probably we make mabo yes say wo fan zone ho yeah coverage do match time and ya ko match
uni azo da chin ko we la odi
de wo Abidjan
when you dream big ti e baba be bo e bia nka say Miami and Cincinnati we bia Ghana bo match na ba be ye the studio no fans of one eba.
Our first one we won Mexico.
Because we on the Real Madrid
Mr. Elliot, you will see us at the embassy very soon. When we can make sure you give us the visa. Maybe I will come back to Ghana with no problem. Thank you. Abeni. If you ask what, so be too far. Do not look at the messenger.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone I will catch up. Ura some sitting a foot or the ama. Any make you don't look at the message. If you look at the message, so we see messenger. So we cast match and having pana or cast na ABOU on fat message. No, he's just sending message. Listen to the message and the panel will pick it and ever. I think that one man of foot to our public office will be a very more public office be and here sa advice now. And as experienced as he is, I think he's seen it when it comes to dealing with and comfort from the corporate world. You know? So a good advice and what they are Ora and Pofanka or fan of the year Juma about Buanama NAC. I keep saying say we uncle Fobu or Juma they are more mono. So a mona and Timmy and ya Yabepa. Nano mechanics, excellency JDM the NHL. A nipa bakon no soon Juma and the Amanu Kuma when Timmy and ya. Me hu de be san de ama no betima aye ni openi ya Pofanka. Ende se na ye de asene no. Watena chire ahu enkofo bebre. Ya ka adwuma enkofo ma ya che okruma akweku ya Pofanka kaza enkofo no. Omo ma ye media adwuma ya che aye ni anya exposure oka ho. He has seen administration upon administrations and me ya mo wakonya say ya National Sports Authority no be che ne da no na run the affairs and rounds obo on the video obepie mu Accra Sports Stadium na oka May 9th so say o free tamale ebedru ye ni ba na so okọ na okọkọ toa so ehwe so obetimi abo mo okọ tamale eco supervise enema eco so Ali Mama Sports Stadium eco where the state of it. I have that strong belief in him say when the experience and the exposure baby a what buy free no any baby a word he will be able to deliver and make sure say answer na own free akonya so as NSA chairman no. No, it's me aboa to the mama and sports authority ababa yakon and sports authority na aya attractive yan football facilities a wodo a ewokuma no ewo in proper shape a ebetumi aboa ama the growth and development of Ghana yan football no and I say sports in general akon so we are watching him keenly o Felise Krim wabe yan sense from yenu amu penifoni bi wa ye ma o madwuma ye hu kwam fa akoko ye o ma ko disappoint ye buburu yan Pofanka. I trust him so much say onko disappoint obey adwuma no aye ni na no my stroke ka bi mu de bebere ya Pofanka is one person I have so much believe in him say obet my yama na ekweku how to folk supporters no that na fe no ma so mem di ni nya adwuma He is just MD by title, but not by work. And then also say how to vote for MD. Most of friend Delali one way. And we quite know affinity. Me no officer how to vote our MD a friend no Delali uncle say ansu adiamwa ana adiama. To be very honest, he is just like no dear my mentions abro for say na me kan me nya 70 my menjai. He is just occupying a seat. Just there for nothing. Now no house ne kotoko bobo match to Accra Sports Stadium. Kweku House of Folk match ticket near ton Wudiase. The whole Ghana since our football beto kurum ha. Nyankopon e ball on my way from Gold Coast ABC Ghana. Aye team ABC by this time. There is no single club in Ghana. Why infrastructure na edifice commercially eye valuable ese House of Folk ebi ni ho ebi mada. House of Folk what they call commercial center. And young commercial center, a commercial center worth millions of dollars. Amount for war outside Ghana and the WhatsApp value nibi. Ye kuma misu bi anyibi. Makweku. Busa ho say enko for commercial center no value na omodema club no. Anyibi a House of Folk dey na omasi no. Afi can they tell us say omasi commercial center la omatimi dey aye bibi amamfa so abaso ntia. One Ghana bi obetimi anya. Now, meaning say house and ne on one kasa ne facility ne sports stadium. When you go to Abuchi, oko ba bi tisa Santiago Bernabeu. Kweku, do you know say every month Real Madrid amass 6 million euros from Santiago Bernabeu? Every month, because daily from anopa 8 a.m. Madrid be Santiago Bernabeu no eto trophy cabinet museum ene niema. Oko he bia 30 euro. Who are the access? For 2 hours, 30 euro, no tia. The next 2 hours, next one, first batch, now another batch. Every month, Madrid is 6 million euros. And the club way air to place are obey me out house in Nibi. But we could have to folk, edifice, a yet modern, ultra modern, or make me a creative baby our house, and near my baby, a monumental. People who want to have a look at it. But we shall also, Omo commercial center, no. Pobi mine now on my end. And then air consultia, a generative funds at the Ama Club. Administratively, managing director, and how is he running the club? Obetia Chekra and the combat does a house and IFA. What is supporter and Okasanasem? Players, Jesse, our media training cry at it. I am preview to Enkoma Obidi ya. Nipane catcher and say, Coach, no coaching house, and they say, even training equipment the omodisi is opposed then the Macron didn't bottom sikato. The reason is sometimes Ouattara felt he's so popular and then he's so powerful. And say, ultimately the necessity will catch that man for say, way, cones, anyway, babe scrap, men I'm to toy. Only bottom sika. What is the essence of the MD? How are you running the club? And you be a day-to-day activities of the club now, we report from for other management members no number 4 e dey akwa akoma but adwuma wo ye ne sen so oh yeah adwuma ye tifia empenifo fa ye adwuma na kwaku ba o ma kekere wo nsa gu achi ena de obusa ebe mo adwuma na ye successful no omo mfa mawo na se why ye di nsa gu achi na wo ya mfi na adwuma ni nso ani a de o ti abonti na wo ti oni nim say that is what you are going through into obeka so na amade bonye den correct. And this attention on some which now for say, the Obusana won Sanka, and then I saw you. Humbly. What year granted to know beyond say, oh, I am that man and commit my year to me. But me buy an environment na creative man and yet conducive for my Juma intimate trust my dear Jumano. Now no me no any incomo. Me no we anka say nipa me moji, uni nipa anka dwuma komode man. When he met them, he gave them the proposal. When I also okay, on paper it looks so good. The person baba be there me. But the person who nko for ABC come with man say there if I fail, the people outside will not know say enko for ya body come with me omo na am successful. So one person me be here man na me successful. Give me the room to bring my people. When I fail, I accept the defeat. I failed woefully. Me here successful. I me to say with my able men around me and my successful. But you don't give me a juma. No surround them with enko for. They don't say my you can't say ideas. How will I succeed? And or back it off on Concoji. That is what we call men of integrity. But nobody heard many too. Now we one kasa you name their warrior club echo but the biggest fixture on calendar. So now you don't take it to a man with the assay. Abraham my innovative ideas are Udibina. It's not an almost support a Kobe Jones, the car, technical advisors and directors, winning them way. When you have sporting director to formulate sporting decisions, you don't need technical director when you don't have sporting ideas.
It's already MTN FA Cup, and it was a tough game. Kotoko Brekum Chelsea, Golden Kicks, so
yeah. I think it's a tough game. Say Kotoko percent omu reinstate your integrity or Africa. I think the FA Cup should be one of the competitions and Omitima set it up as one of the biggest priority in this season. Omitima Ajidi Amade Football Club. So Kotoko etimi go into the finals. That's Omojia. Probably Kotoko betima compete at the Confederation Cup next season. The same thing. Oshe Ghana Premier League log na Kotoko finding difficult so betima coming up against the side of Bibini Gold Stars. Although say a game in hand to play against Bibini Gold Stars or dance park. But then
nations that first.
Nations that first. Very good. So even if say so Tibishe Bibini Gold Stars, even against Nations FC Krampa, still Kotoko will need the Confederation Cup out, and he will need the FA Cup to make sure say Obetima go into it next season. Obetima the Confederation Cup. So this season, Kumara Sante Kotoko by hook or crook meeting Brekum Chelsea. They need to beat Brekum Chelsea by hook or crook. The last two games that Karim Z to Abono, we've not seen that. The first game it was okay. We saw the kind of players are now Omodom who share most of the games because in the last three games under Prosperity Ogum now who's the players no born or mobono omun form omun devote omun commitment level in the game was very low. But under Karim Z2, you can easily attest the fact that the first game na boys no agire home no mobile, but the second game on board against Accra House of Folk, you can easily see say the game on board it was very poor. The entire body of Kumasi and Kotoko, it was very poor. Kwame Pokubeye, the ball no bonne and Albert Amoa, ball no bonne even in the midfield and even into the defensive structure of Kumasi and Kotoko, na ball no bonne yanenye. So I am expecting against Brekum Chelsea. There is a football club but this season they've done so well. What I say, so they know the ins and outs with the side of Kumasi and Kotoko, and when they go to Brekum and as some more ball against Brekum Chelsea, it will be a tough match for Kumasi and Kotoko. But as we all know, Kotoko wants to compete in the FA Cup, Ombewini, and also wants to compete the Ghana Premier League. And so with my BBA, the best thing also and then will be so with my ABOU or be to say Brekum Chelsea in the FA Cup Ombebi and then and I think say Kotoko against Brekum Chelsea, Kotoko will definitely win against Brekum Chelsea. But DIABY with House of Folk in Seminary Kosono. House of Folk, the entire body of House of Folk should sit down and no more strategize good things about my football club. The entire America say problems are here day to day in the football club. Me you being free. Sometimes you're not me blame to be kakra. Yes. Because Sebi, si can he be any ho? Roman Abramovich before Chelsea Football Club or invest here. He made sure say investment no they share Chelsea Football Club. The bit my do good results for Chelsea. Togbe are investing millions of dollars in House of Folk. Kotoko here imagine so Musi Sports Complex. Ni baby so sports complex no. You could see here up to now currently here can say Adani Bibi or Wadako Dashi. Pobimansha said we saw the kind of investment, we saw the kind of money Togbe a pumping in. Accra House of Folk or investment and some facilities are not House of Folk person. We saw the kind of money or pumping in. Now we are seeking the movements after all these investments, after all these facilities are to be it's my investing in the House of Folk Football Club now. The same man else also sit down. Most of these things are also in the football club. But to me, we want to say any investment no in the football club, even in the ninja. Yes. Because si can he be any ho so or best set up a business. Nobody say nipo more that business no. They are not doing very well to make sure the business is pull up good resource and as a good end product. Now at what say some microphone me say be more football club no. Our football club needs to function very well no. Not at one or help because say those people no are close to him and they are close to him to the extent say onto me and tin the home free some microphone no. I think it's a House of Folk team no. In Crawford Baku miense bi team ni mu a MD asem ya na fans ni bu fo na okopena boni o ma cheche ni nse egu na chi MD ni make any moment a san Crawford no besan so akwa ka ne ho nsem e de ache togbe it MD na wo ho no o ye ceremony MD nipa no mu ye adwuma for Accra House of Folk no enye MD no eye nkrofo ba ko mienu miensa bi. We saw House of Folk management, most of them. This coach, Serbia coach no hono. Enyo mra kopa mu free training grounds no. Papa no be ka say Togbe invest. Yeah. Papa no be ka say management sika to was even at training grounds. House of Folk players didn't bottle omo bottle water. Some crofo ba ku mi so koto sachet water. EDBC park say enche for my players no. Omo to was in training match be a routine be every morning be the kind of food that players need be no. Omo make sure so me for dietitian. I'm a dietitian na hwe food that players need be. In crofo ba ku mi ni mensa no ye bo omo ye training we a no koto kokoni kosi. Edako training grounds at the chama players no. Players be timi bufu F2 kokoni kosi ne twene. Asema me ka me bo me ka se me bo a. Me say to the extent say nipa bi at the training grounds offer register we a player or no onye coach or no onka technical team who we a player na say the coach in the bachelor park so one you no tie no atwere odi no aka cho say boso me so a sika say metie free account mo ampa boso me be so no sika na betie free account so niam na course within the House of Folk team no. House of Folk is a big football club, and if they allow themselves to be manipulated by people who say fine, they know the ins and outs of our football na able promo, but when it comes to resourceful personnel, sir, administratively, very good in terms of running a good football club. Those people, most of them don't deserve the positions of more House of Folk. Most of them, they don't deserve the positions of more House of Folk. Now, how come? Say a particular coach will ever be in a football club and then he will boast of saying, say, or the sika to Tonyama just to facilitate training routines in a football club. It doesn't happen anywhere. Kotoko Enkofa coach. And I say football club in Kofa coach. Chelsea, Enkofa Enzo Maresca. Now Enzo Maresca entry a lot of things within the football club. It will not happen, but it will happen. It's a chrome one. He Accra House of Folk in the Kotoko Yinko and the in the Ghana football. A better players no chrome no. Most of them because no effective supervision within the football club. If you want to run a football club, not per se investment ever football club now. General manager and MD no, they should make sure say they will make the football club become attractive. And they will say they maintain our cost a lot of investors. So they call younger a lot of investment. South Council for Common Secretariat was so Rasimba Secretariat about 80 administrative officers and a war baby they are serious when it comes to someone manage the business side of the football club. But Udika. Kwawu. Family na menko.
Ayu, afena ayu baduma. Ayu. Kwagu. Say oye ambofo anka senior. The last time the kwa kran me hu no. But asema yen na ebetimi aka chenza futu do YouTube for ye. But omo ya around him no one share and show mu ye. Omo ya around him. Omo or bear more positions and also more official positions, but they will be doing a lot of things for on show me because Uncle for none and never cost Rosa Uncle for never form. So he needs to be very, very careful when it comes to South America. And the end and for Nangasano, he didn't yet that. It is open your Jumabi see now, Obiani or they show on your my share. And they are expecting you to fail. You say it's almost a romano den moment. So yes, Reno, he is writing a story for us all. Maybe dachi be Habib benya that position now oh no. Dachi be match to bet me afro with the okwa cha man to me ma do ha. So ntino sanko no.
Ricardo. Mebao. I think we are working on Kesan.
There
they are working
is here na me kase. Is here. Are
that you my crowd
I could drop cha. Ma hedin ma catch ma me ke mo be ma won ka won samra.
My crowd them call baby.
Oze.
My crowd them call baby.
Obeko
that you ba wa sem na hu komo na ohia bi mara ma ke kaze mo komo na tie komo na udi ni asisi ama hu ti twesa me nkan joze me kwa bruchi amemba pa to
akuku abruchi sisi obeba ba dachi bi bi okwa wo ba so endino mini on show me because those people around him they never come to beba and afutu de na habi kan no nipa na wo mo afutu ni ebia untimi mfa na afutu na wo kan but asem na wo kan de man untimi konkan and I'm sure say be able me akoye nso atime da momo na say me hwemanim ha na me hu say the Lali Anko Diama, a highly qualified professional, holds a PhD in computationalized system biology from the University of Manchester, UK, and a BSc in computer science with business management from the University of Birmingham, UK, among other credentials. Now, me can wo fira dem say papa we ya obai say based on a receiving kwano de be adwuma, he's the right man for the job, but him man nya adwuma. I said it na man for him say me boa, but on no one kasa so na no go do be wadu no. So we a man wet your salt on. There are certain things you don't do. You go to a point time no any coach ni share car back.
Orupira no pana coach.
Okosi coach no fie. MD, you don't put yourself in that corner. If they can't afford to get you a car on your own, you don't do such a job. Oh, you're MD of a club, coach, and now you coach the driver. You don't work in that kind of a circumstance. And to one pay and see a teacher on Zaguatia, support and support that few say they have MD and MD no human. And see a teacher on Zaguatia, and yes, I who you say, Kotokone has a quackobo, yes, commercial center, when our motor take it and so would you say, and when you be a teacher on Zaguachi. If they come to sporting decisions and making critical decisions in the club, near say Maunamino Yagi, but that again, commercial center, when you don't take it, I would be assay. You don't say, yeah, you be not a teacher on Zaguachi, Dabi.
Commercial center, you himself. You don't take it, you are the turn in advance. You are the day and Casa Yebeton. Asimi Amenemukai. Don't think they could talk about house with Kuma. Na Ibia day and Casa Yebobo. Also, don't take it in a war. Commercial center. Me were born here, born Baba. At least you be paid, I say, Mammy. Mama, you know, I said, now, Mokan, no mammy come in the Moka. How they eat you? My I said, I make a note. Is there? Yeah, why? Not to say China Jumadi KCIBD. NSC at one advanced ticket. It be advanced ticket. Ya Fakye or your secretary to do baby. Only a beton. But Jumadi ne basso hatching. It's China say basso and a beton ticket. But John have a Kazi to take it to. Example, and if you move it. My Suatia. I have a was on the Babuana Jumadi ne Koso. And it is a advanced ticket to a commercial center. Maybe Uncle Faba to do. But he will give me a bona class post. Commercial center baby. No one was on.
Saba no more ton di anas ne Accra Sports Stadium wa.
Ben stadium.
Yeah, Bible Kotokwane House. Yeah, but the biggest fixture league calendar so. Elsewhere, baby, there be some story. We need to am kwama na ye kwama na ba flight and one na kwama. Mo ba mbeka tire.
Da go me kwama no ni o na akọ me kwama no.
Na se yo na luta ye yo na.
So ni ana me ti.
Mo kwa mo ka tire say. Mo ko yi match e be 3 days 4 days to match. I now be subscribe to take it am na. Asa. Omo de no mo turn be online. They go more allocated places.
I see a hand. Me That's you me the man na age man. Me the man na age man.
No ma turn na ye. Kotokwane house na Kotokwa bo akre. Yeah, 1 week prior to the game, and a house for now releasing flyer about say ball no ticket 50 cedis, 100 Ghana, 150, any 200 say. Flyer and buy indication be a master advance ticket. You better talk commercial center. And yes, somebody need to think and reason outside the box. To say, your commercial center, the purpose of the commercial center is to create commercial activity and money.
No. Men are me control show, no na control. All the old classes here are not come and no yard. Correct. But on the day, almost on the day that's what you say wasn't even. But you people on the day na
on the day no more turn the answer.
I was stadium in
charge. Still defected the club Accra has.
Sana wu no because on the day intimi koton ticket for commercial.
And intimi to be biase biase.
Na nya stadium in charge no more turn. Na dia na me ba.
No problem say you better turn on the day no stadium and
na dia go turn.
Na sa kiosk you name other companies are because of Sanwa they think and create something. We've seen companies or more kiosks outside that.
More Ghana and Central. The BIA can. Ghana you number one. Adibia mo beka ho asa.
Adibia
mo nkofo we ne ekokofa e-ticketing. Ebae. Ena mo tena kroma, ena na nkokrafo ni nimu. And I take it a walk out 10 away. So then I do near TBS and 1 year. Me, take it. It was something that I said that it came to stay. But the way we went about it wasn't the right way. Systems near the edge, man. To the manufacturers, so I can't check out one say they need to win this match for pride's sake. They shouldn't be thinking about Africa. That be. Kotoko ni Chelsea ne kwakobo. Kotoko can't go trophyless. They have small guys be and it's a better one the Kotoko for ni 2 milika. Omonye ready for ×2. Chelsea want to make 2 milika. But if they want to win it, Omonka said they are winning for pride. We want to win something for the season, not for Africa. This team for Africa. Kotoko team way for Africa. Only one player. Or you cut in that system. Their center back, the number 6, Samba Onialasa. There is not a single player in this system that can compete in Africa. There is nobody in the Kotoko team. Where? Oh, national team players.
National team players, baby. Ebi Yamaya. The person who Ebi Yamaya.
Say play up on national team. This is play.
Play for Africa. In recent time, why play? Or what that will be a play to form. In recent times. Blair is someone I like so much, but I'm saying, what I could be a tough form. Or call just went to me more. It was in Africa.
Let me both be a dear. That
is how we didn't come on. Meet you. Neither one. You all. A player who loses concentration more than 5 times in a game. He's improved on it. In recent times, like a crab and Mubo crowd to me money. Player, they are not ready for Africa. They need to win for prize.
Now, for winning to some more, I can't say when you come in here, dear. Jumadi no guso more prepare ebe koso. Bosumi ebe rem na Jumadi Japan koso nane. Oko when she sports here, memorable game back. Young Apostles Football Club. Any or more any when she professionals on the debate any coach as well. And I'm mensa can't. I mean, VC Warriors be ball on the ball match of China. Yeah, team. Young Apostles on league match there. And money when she professionals no. And but we know they boab on one train Kumasi professionals. Tine 3 p.m. paper when she's posted on your call. I be my chance also chair Mother's Day. Can be your mommy now you money Gebet money squad and running PJ. I go back to can be your mommy. Mommy have anything.
Yeah, ma. I will phone him before or more. Especially
I mean, the deal is an mammy on bezel about it.
My mom mammy did several times.
Actually,
yes. My watch me can't do when you see my music. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Maybe background where I come from. No, we don't need one day to celebrate moms, but Abanesa, I will say celebrate you or more and more. I'm before movie I am happy Mother's Day, and then I owe me about Tampa. Japoma Georgina.
Yes. That's all I'm a sorry. Or a year Canada.
My own may have a half year Christian, half year Muslim.
That's special.
My mom Christian side. My papa jump catechist. No, my papa no Presbyterian catechist.
Oh, okay.
From Presbyterian background. About Japoma Georgina. Happy Mother's Day. She's a kind woman. And I don't speak much about her. Maybe personal reasons. My son, my home will be. Oh, maybe I say I'm a maybe I'm a boy. I'm empire. Say, we share me when ya Saturday and the man. Once I'm becoming emotional. Me and my son, my home back at him. Say before I drive myself first, she need to drive before. To be first car, I'm my mom at all is for her. That's maybe boss. Black I'm empire. Say. Obama sa aboshe no album di ama so me chabra kwa me sure me chabra kwa me
ko chawa
bra kwa me
na se me ba so na de na we anopo ya den
na ntimi o me jam boss
I'm a boss so na de wo ye o ho anopo de me hu ne ma yo
just 30 seconds and Kumasi ame maame ba ko anya sa nyem
eno na nka me memo aba so unuate ana me chia bra kwa we din se ne maame ne ba kwa we dia chia bra
mobi Ramat maame ni sent down so mensa anti mili Amakom stadium nche na me ba Kumasi eni ba ko afa me se le ba on see me from time me am Israel nti maame ni sent down so mensa anti mili
o girlfriend go nya maame
happy Mother's Day
o girlfriend
na Ramat so my sister Ramat
o girlfriend o nya maame
my girlfriend nya maame me nya wo we
okay mate baijo
when it comes to mother's love
the love profile
obetimi etu and I say do betimi abroad the mother's love, not even wife. No. Entine no hu say obi de ne maame akosi baby say me ton me maame and say o maame efiri mo say me maame ni o na me maame ni o there be mother ye ba akope. And me maame akosi akrantma Dorothy Odruado. I think say wa hwe me pa me so ma hwe ne pa na DIABY why a lot of things for me in terms of physical, in terms of spiritual, everything. My mom has been my backbone and my number one cheerleader. And at this moment, I think last weekend, no ni kromwa utu kwai obaya na or frame me cool feel surprise me last weekend. Weekend we the surprise the money the man and but what's not the big one. I'm so personally me surprised at this moment. I think my first daughter, Adelaide Drew Quarten, my mom took care of her when she was 9 months. Yeah, when she was 9 months, and up to now, she's still taking care of her. So, Mama Kus, aka Bofrutura, Yamisha,
boy, na emotional.
Yamisha,
Ate, la mudi mama me home said ya musi ana mama yere ho pa amu ka mama ba de so amunyezi emotional I can't say I head up postiga mama nya medjuma o person be chia mama na ya bi mama mu nyina bi abra tini asra fata ni bi aka ho no production team ye edjuma nyina no mu nyina amomra o ba we be kan de na okọ we be kan de na okọ me na so nko ozema so mu ntina mo me mama message bi a pa cho o person kan bra be jira ta mo so anu
okay
kwagu ye ko do be ka che mommy my shoot wa wi ana ye so uyi fa mo mama sa na foforo so abo abo no
me mama fo ni dosu me mama fo ni dosu but first of all mini kanchia Ajwa Grace ewo Asante Asokore obi afre no hwan na bedie. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, why in the BDA? I'm not in any way here trying to disrespect any tribe or anything. But my mom, in Majuma, say mostly, I'm not necessarily, but my mom was the one doing it in our area. My mommy, no tongue queens, I red rice. Yeah, and near friend of mine in the BDA, and any attempts are not the pie and be anymore. And I do am could now say me to my mom for mark because better 7 cities I met 5 amount. Nam the 2 na me like. Then could now one na man for mark. Last time I many ba na man for nti adwa. When you say me ada obebre. No me say me ma mintimi ma of course mintimi ma but when you say me ada and me sure say money ni na obi anso pe wasem say the bia ye ma ye no. Why there no am my voice note and I'm trying to work on that. Sometimes I get too emotional on the show now yesterday, but I'm still trying to be myself. Me do be brave, I mean shout now. On your case, Kwaku Mamin Kosu, I mean Chama Dina. My Dina, I am a personal person, mommy. And the woman, she's been good to me and she's been good to the man. Tima Dina also also with shower there and happy Mother's Day uncle and 20 minutes from out. Mrs. Tesno, Ama, Waterma, oh, happy Mother's Day to you. My sister Edna, you took care of me when I was going through SHS. It was difficult that time, but you took very good care of me. To me, 2 sisters, no, means him for money now. Me wish him a happy Mother's Day. Me mama be was swami. Mama now tongo be was swami. Me mama no. Happy Mother's Day. So for mama, me mama for any doors me casa me just time. But because of time, me tea. Mama for instance, I mean chia a shalom king was Asante Asokore. Also happy Mother's Day. me killer no. She's also been
killer.
Me small boy.
Kazo obano ne nana no na nkomo na udi no maza.
She's been good to me.
Kazo obano ne nana no kaneza na nkofo hu ni.
Mother's Day. Kesi pan confirm. Me dey see ho. Do be busa me bia no. Me mfi ubiem. Ejufan
Ori asori kam. Ori asori ko. Ori asori ko.
Ozi achia wadi na oye sa. From ya buza
from that. So Mother's Day no na ne the sports production no omo ene omo bo adwuma ne ade no. Omo di hu nkomo ne ade we ka dey na waye ne we na ma na ayi we na ne ma de ye pretty mera. Enti give it to them no metra. Why? Na ayu so bra wanim. Say there be baby girls in the music no. Ebetimi abana waba bishim na nema itimi akoyi ne ade a ti nyambo chna na ye catch us Fakye pali with mama ebe san to aso teacher mama phone na don komu nyina amomra ha ne wone pare mama ayu nyambo chna Mother's Day can be cho ma ne oh okay
happy Mother's Day the day will be am I mean tunu nkomo mama sanse onyem ma nyankasa but of farm seneba
oh okay
Jemi pebia o treating senior obi treating ni moja ankasa tim pese me fa akonya we so na me kasa ya me nhira no ba bi o bia me ni so ni o yema me emrepam no me nso me hye na ni nyam na secondly so me ma me ba ko so afia poma ono so ya me nhira no ba bi o bia e chia me pa ti kakra I think the boss player
mate me da se pa give it about call there so ye producers no na eni omo din komo ne ade ati ayu koso anu aba na form mama me why as ana akoye we azo give it so ayu na ten nkan omo na boa ewo echi a jodi e de beba bia no mo ye hihye ne wechi na give it so kan production team mo tutu ye foreign news no no na ya mo hwa uzo de ne ma toto so no dize ye ka bibi na mba ye man we ya ka bibi na mba ye man we ya give it so we bibi e ko kamade na no zo bibi za be dana asna boya no boss mo dem mo bre me na boys obadio give ya o chire Mother's Day ti period o be catch owo na wadi nkomo kakra je wo ma me fo no ma bre ho pa o si me hwe wa na waso den te ka me miti o
first of all my phone dem doso
oh okay
doso pa the time me am ma me owo me Docas aside from phone
oh okay
idi adodo na dinim ne ma Docas and I say a job wa
oh okay
see no I say on said that
na men sane ya
and me mama Alice Osai
oh okay
oh apem so ono so me we no kama and me mama ba ko USA a friend Joyce Obeng
oh okay
Joyce Obeng okamwa me backbone for okamwa
amamo tawichi humu ni ani wo so ne bibia ko du ono kra so mbiri muni mu na yedu
ono so me we shino pa mate and me so for mama
okay
or doctor mo also we shino happy
mate
and I'm my phone na me say the chairman
o ga so obodi na ye mate mate why enfino mama call me baby girls na so na me no mo baby girls me no mo tenase why tenase baby girls me no ani omo ofidie ma oba msi awa adwuma omo ye no ano edem pa na omo no de bi omo wechi la omo hye ne mo atwa ma mo hwe TV so na omo aba ha ko omo nyina ka production team no Benedicta Asai and I heard that Postiga. Na bene me abodi apeja on say aden oh no I read every contract ya se bo so ai bene edi enyambo chairman Mother's Day can be chairman o mame
me chia me mame efia partner
oh okay
yeah or Western music ba obeba hanu say on quite crowd
oba fortune program oh manya me fa dem bedu
na me mama ba ko so o ekropon e friend bubu me chia no so na mama Christy One for no just and I made na the Manjani Krana.
Oh, okay.
The German answer. It shall be a man for you now. We will be a happy Mother's Day.
Mate, Medasepa. Header, walk all there. Na Niamati saying,
if you are fine,
come up. As I lead you, have you to head up Postiga. Onela, Fakye showbiz or police, I don't know. Hello, somewhere you are here, Ejuma. Oh, yeah, Ejuma be ecstasy. So, my birthday, no sending out my area. Only I could be a fairly KB. Almost an eye on my young Ejuma.
I will miss you.
I had a minimum try that strong called the ma. Ye mammy, mono. And can be beat your mammy.
First thing, na me show mommy. I'm really well grandson. I'm great. See, I'm not supposed to na. AKA woman. Baby, I will be a UPSC me. Me cause na me show. Ne why you many me na no show me Benjamin show. Na you say dear yekuzo ayen. I'm very proud. And I'm a second shout out to Enkoma Mama Mrs. Fosina Mwakon Cape Coast. Na me show Palma. Happy Mother's Day to you. Me na Charity Afra, Gestina Adoma, Madam Teresa. Na me show me na. And I'm a big sister, Anita Asante. Na me show Anita Du. Master man na. Hey, catch. Happy Mother's Day. Na me show me na. Na me say admira. Yen so ye ba nso. Yen good mother say must my na. Thank you.
Mate, Medasepa, waram fo an.
Madam. Oboa.
Monko na the voice no. Enti na cameraman on so jechi. Bomode ti monko to my head ana yenko why. Odu ho na why ne sa me na afi yakọ enim ni ade ana bibia de daddy party. The voice ba na fabra me bewi na yemre no cry we ni ade a. Ti dwumadie na yedi ni nani nyina ye we curtain raiser de twa ochna makase donko ma me bia wo Ghana ha bia no Rabi Room of Fakye TV premises apa ya bantama any praise be asori ni die ni mezans ochna ma me no da na ze man no mo da ni do a yedi no sonko Father's Day ni de no ma ye okroma because say ye fo ye wo ya ye diska o ya di am Fakye why anyway ati ochna no fia be de pa ma me follow so ba program no be live on Fakye TV nti your nkomobu a dwumadi ni koso na ye ni mudi na oba wo fie no hwe de odo beba no nso no awa nti ze wo siesie ma me ho anso betima di na chi na waba no waba monitor event no se be si akọ the voice rich cameraman a na dwumadi edi ni no ne gina chi bo modern etwa ma oso nya bi hwe nti em se da so nkosi edu oso ye ma no kwan na ne ma me otimi ration rich tenasi ye we nya camera yi na o cheche tenasi ye can be your mommy.
Like, Meda was for this opportunity. Like, always, yeah, mommy, and what's important for me, and not like my very emotional. Because me, nipa be like me, Jim, but na me hard.
Oh, okay.
And I can't say na me hard. Me can't say today because woman, but you see how this what, but that woman like on give you up on me.
Oh, okay.
I remember one time, yeah, I said, I'm very emotional. But
what the body didn't go. La bonnet, your boy is in a DB pa.
Maybe I marry Kodu, aka Akushama will be the mechanic and minister. Our dear friends, when you cry now, Mammy Afro, I could see where did he? Still, just because she always cares for you.
Oh, I'm a funny dear.
Baby, I'm a mobile. I could see I am Misha. I'm saying I'm here watch now, so dear. Only first person.
We do her.
Yeah. And Messa, I will shame him. I'm back on so. I'm say like we're many chain, but or show me say
Nebano. Oh, okay.
And also Shiba. You mean you are Shiba? Also, you mean Shiba? Baby, I will be a cyber shaka when you're on tea. Mate, Medasepa, where my friends here and but me Abrantepa yaw success. At the end of the 20 million journey, Abrantepa, SNM, me Antiquia. Adiga, happy Mother's Day in Coin Farm. Abrantepa, Wojman and Yadeketwa. Obedi be 2 weeks, Abra Breno.
tize wafare na nkwana nyina wati bi awe unu ma na duzie mze maame nyame nhia papa na anya man koyi pa etimi afa mabrante pa beba be ye ade bia eda wakoma so ama mo giri bi ko minu ana is a hard working guy and adwuma bi oyi bia no oye ni yebua ma bibi bia akọ kama pa so man for nyina we show happy Mother's Day in advance na ye ka mo ze nyambo ochena donko munyina mewura ma ye obantema any praise be aso any day anywhere na me ame maame owo me sisana donko na dodo na afa na bena konadu eno na ma konadu na ma nidi mi etwa so ye na maame ki enti me nua panyi Jakarta na me sister Ketwa mekua na wow na aba akono ohun koyima na nkunimo ene ba akono ka ho no munyina no zini omo wish you happy Mother's Day na Mother J also called Church of the Lord Brotherhood Bishop J na wife no mother special one remu kama friend from mana few am team so no antiama ene maamefo na wo patamu ho ni nyina ebi nkwan from na Church of the Lord Brotherhood ko brekuma ene the organ na maamefo na wo no ebi remu fama mo nti ebi hia wa ha donko na ye diabom na ye kama pa ti ere mo pem na yakọ yambo chena wo fie kra na peso be retrensi bi akonya ne do so chena no munyina beba be join ne aka bom na abo amadwuma de ne kama pa ti era munyina ase edwumre Fakye showbiz ne beba na aba be ramu etimi ere ama kama pa omra akui aduma odum safo ahema no obeba be transena de aka ato aso kama pa etimi ere ama ti ere mapem ye be senhia ye da munyina ase